Welcome back to Empire of Dragons, folks. We're back in the new year. Hey!
Also the new decade.
Oh yeah, yay!
Hell
Turn
yeah.
up, y'all.
2020, here we are.
We drinking tonight.
And we got ourselves a new player, too.
Yes.
This is Jacob. He'll be introduced. He'll be introduced in a little bit. His character is Eskel Zephyr, who you'll find out more about through this session and over the course of the campaign for as long as he wants to stay,
I will be staying.
or as long as this character stays alive. We don't know. We don't know. Any of these characters could drop dead at any moment, like Daniel.
Dang.
Yes, my character will die very quickly, I'm assuming.
No. No one's died yet.
Don't say that.
Joke's on you guys, I don't even have armor anymore.
That's bad.
You're about to find out why. Anyway, so last time, all you guys were severely, utterly, and completely destroyed by a little assassin named Shadow after you managed to talk a wind dragon into leaving. Good job, by the way. You got his loot and everything.
Hedgehog?
You got his loot and everything, to which you can split amongst yourselves. And all of you have just finished resting up, but Daniel has still yet to wake up. And considering the fact that it'd be very, very much troublesome to move him, Porzak left your party for a bit and decided to go do something. And when he returns, he brings back none other than Shishu, your little dragon wizard friend, who has no words as she looks at all of you, each of you in your own state of recovery. So, you all went on a little expedition to get Dragonsteel, and you somehow end up like this. I don't think I should be shocked at this point, should I?
It was all going well until some jackass showed up and ruined our day.
Yeah.
Is everyone alright at the very least? I need all of you in working order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Minus Daniel, so he seems to say very bitterly. Well, I can fix it. Oh, well, I can't do anything about that because I'm not a doctor. I could ask the one out east. No, I could ask the one out east, but that would take time. So I have a better solution.
What is that?
And then she says, pack your things up. She's basically telling you guys to get ready. I'm teleporting you all back to the capital.
Okay.
So you guys all get ready and everything, and the orcs bring out Daniel to you, who's resting in like a little makeshift cart kind of, and your horses are there and everything. And then she says, "Good." And then she draws out this teleportation circle around the entire group, and then with a simple tap of her staff, there's this bright blue light from the glyph that was carved into the ground, and all of you and this giant beam of light shoots up into the sky around you. You guys are though it doesn't blind you, thankfully enough. It's kind of like this soft blue in a way that stops it from hurting your eyes, and it blocks your view of the entire orc stronghold. And when it fades, you find yourselves in the middle of Hersa Square, in one of the markets of Hersa, right next to the church, actually.
Hold on, I need to get to that map again.
Don't worry, I got it.
Go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's pinned.
all right, and immediately you guys notice clerics rushing out the woodwork, taking Daniel quite literally, and just ferrying him back into the church. Don't worry, I let them know as well that your friend was injured. They'll take care of him.
Thank you.
She nods.
Yeah.
So, I suppose you'll want to deal with. And then she motions to the carts of Dragonsteel. I would suggest moving those very quickly unless you want those stolen. She says as she waves her staff at the people that are eyeing the carts of Dragonsteel.
I draw my musket and stand by the
start
car.
walking over to it.
And then
I can hear you now. It appears that was indeed the problem.
And then Saosu simply just, not Saosu. Shusu simply just looks at you all, and she looks at Rupert and says,
You keep cutting out.
"I know.
Yeah, you keep cutting out.
I need to stop moving. That's why."
Stop moving.
Shusu looks at Rupert and simply looks at Rupert and says, "Are you going to join them, or are you going to go back to your job of teaching that you've been missing?"
I don't know, teaching sounds sort of fun right now. But I can help him deliver, and then I'll go back to teaching.
She gives a thumbs up. She looks at you all and says, "Well, you all have fun." And then she proceeds to just walk away. Oh, she takes Porzok with her, by the way.
Mm.
And then Saosu, surprisingly, does not follow. She immediately she takes a beeline straight towards the tavern. Just doesn't say anything.
Thanks, Mage.
Thanks, Mage.
Someone's drinking the problems away.
I'm a mage. I just like to look at you at that cup. Jeslo is gonna start helping with the steel. Where are we taking it?
You're taking it to the blacksmith. But also, with Julie's extraordinary arsenal. But also, I want to mention, when Krasen looks like he's going to follow Saosu, she turns on her heel and says, "Leave me." When Krasen looks like he's going to follow Saosu, she turns on her heel and says, "Leave me the fuck alone." And then leaves.
Oof.
What was hurt? Hey, what the? He just like he like silences himself and he like goes to Krasen's side. Are you okay?
Deslo asked if you're okay. You said okay, like in a really low voice.
I got his hand on my. I leaned down and put my hand on his shoulder.
She put.
You're cutting out something fierce.
I turned my mic off there. He just taps your hand.
All right, he's gonna get up, and he's gonna. Oh, there you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
That worked.
All right. So
This is interesting.
you.
About to echo.
We're both echoing because I'm.
Yeah, you echo.
Yeah, I'm coming in low on Car's end.
Yeah, but it's not
Okay.
too bad.
Should I mute myself?
Push talk.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I just want
we,
to preface, by the way, from what you guys remember, Saosu did not take Daniel. Okay, there were two things that you noticed about Saosu. One, she was very frantic after you guys saw Shadow. Two, she was very frantic about when Daniel was in critical condition.
Did we notice that? Or we
Yes,
did?
you guys noticed that she looked like she saw death itself walk in front of her when she saw Shadow, and then she was completely and utterly hysterical when Daniel was in critical condition.
She's not having a good time right now.
Don't worry. She'll lighten up once Daniel's better. I say to Krasen. Hello?
What'd you say again?
I said, don't worry. She'll lighten up once Daniel's better. We all will.
Okay.
I give him a pat again, and I'm gonna start helping get the steel to the blacksmith.
Alright.
So he's probably hooked up the horses from the carriage over to the dragon steel train.
Where on the map is that again?
And also she's probably scared away some of the local pickpockets from the train.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. So you guys are heading to Leduli's Extraordinary Arsenal, and you seem to, and it takes a little bit because there's a bunch of it's besides the fact that it's morning in Hersa, it's still fucking packed in the morning in the markets. But you guys eventually fight your way there, and you see Leduli and Urzog come out, and Leduli's like, "Oh my! I asked for one card and you give me all this!" He's completely and utterly ecstatic right now.
So
You
wait,
got
you
the
cut
steal.
off, like, what?
He said he comes out basically ecstatic and looks at you guys and says, "I asked for one card and you give me this." This.
It's enough.
She's. By the way, you have one card of refined dragon steel. Basically, it in bars. The rest of it is ore, which will take time, and as a result, is worth less, but still worth a lot.
Yeah. You have more than enough. Don't complain.
Yes.
Honestly.
He's simply happy about it. He's like, okay, so 10 platinum for the refined one, and I'll pay you all 30 for each one of the other ones. You have 3 cards, by the way. He's offering you 90 platinum for the other 3.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that's 90 platinum plus the, what was the refined? The 300?
10 platinum.
10 platinum.
Yeah, because you guys agreed to 10 last time.
So 100 platinum for each of us?
1,000 gold, I think? Yeah, 1,000 gold. Together.
Are you
I think.
fucking serious?
Or is it each?
About.
Wait.
Yeah, no, actually, no. It was 10 per each of you. I think in 30 each, too. Yeah, 30 each, too. So each of you gets an extra 1,000 gold.
Damn.
Hello?
Okay, yeah.
Each of you gets an extra 1,000
gold?
Yeah.
Each of you gets 1,000 gold. And then he says, he looks at Rupert and he says, "You wanted to buy materials last time. I got this, so now the price is lower. Yay! 30% off now."
Crashing in the back.
You wanted to smith some stuff.
Yes, but I don't remember what now.
Different weapons, probably. I mean, you do have Raven Edge, but it's good to have some extra weapons on you. And then he also says, and finally, 15% discount for every single one of you.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah.
good deal. Let me just go buy some things.
And your friends too. If you have any. Wait, didn't you have 2 with you?
Yes, we did.
They didn't.
One is in a coma.
They're both fine by our definitions right now.
Okay, I want to make sure. I was about to say.
When she says fine, it's like she holds a musket and like, let's not discuss this.
Let's not talk.
He gives a thumbs up and he's like, okay. Anyway, but yeah, just and he's like so fucking happy right now. He's like, he kicks open the door and says, "Guys, get your asses out here!" And you see a stream of just people coming in and carrying the dragon steel inside.
What?
Wait, what?
You just see a stream of people come out the arsenal and just start bringing the dragon steel inside. He's just
Oh, I thought he was...
because after he kicks the door open, he's just so happy that he got all of this. And Herzog, and you see Herzog, this orc who you've never seen smile once, just give a thumbs up.
He's not smiling though, still.
He's smiling on the inside.
Aw.
That's pure.
Clearly cannot smile. Thumbs up.
My face cannot move.
So that's done. What do you guys want to do now?
I wanna...
Just real quick before we move along, Daniel and Sausu also get 1,000 gold or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys see Rupert, but you say, so Rupert seems like he's about to leave. Which, why are you leaving, Rupert? Your mic's.
I'm going to teach.
Mm.
And that kind of makes some of you take a double take because you're like, wait a minute, Rupert teaches?
Rupert teaches.
That makes some of you take a double take because you're like, wait, Rupert teaches? He teaches students?
Tall dwarf teaches? Amazing.
Yes, Rupert T. Longbottom, military expert.
Oh, okay.
I see. Damn. Okay. Thank you, Barry.
That's not even counting the gems you still have to sell.
Which we could throw into a communal fund for emergencies.
True.
Oh yeah, that'd be totally worth it.
So I'd say you guys got a pretty good haul from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I just like to let you all know, by the way, that is currently the 7th of the month of flowers. So the 5th month, 7th year. I mean, 5th month, 7th day.
Oh, you never actually like sent me your calendar system at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me copy.
Yeah, just put it in the main thingy.
Yeah. Wait, so current day is...
What is it, baby?
How do I
Come
change
here.
this? I have to change the current day, actually.
You're so cute. You're so pretty. So pretty. Aww. You must be tired. You're such a pretty girl.
There we go. Save, copy, and there you guys are.
Oh god, do I have to go back to church tomorrow?
Oh, a calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love calendars so much.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nanda.
I assume the first day you guys take to, kind of just relax after the past, I don't know, about week of just what the fuck that's happened so far?
Yeah, I'm gonna vegetate.
Because I'd like to say this right now. It has been 1, 2, 3. It has been 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's been 3 weeks and 4 days since your little party has come together.
It's been 3 weeks.
Say how long?
It's
Oh,
been
3 weeks,
It's been 3
damn.
weeks and 4 days since you guys became a party together and have gone through all the bullshit so far.
It has not felt like 3 weeks, man.
Keep in mind, 12 days of that was spent traveling.
That is also true.
Anyone else want to go first on your stuff? Or
Nah, I have no idea what I want to do.
You can go ahead, Perry, first.
Yeah.
I kind of know what I want to do.
Okay.
So
Yeah, let's do this.
Good.
first off,
I'm just seeing a slow zooming shot of Zoya's face processing.
It's now like the camera's 2 feet away from her face. Now it's a foot.
Hmm.
Okay, now it's gotten so far, it's zooming back a little bit.
Yeah.
thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But Zoya will go to the armor shop.
Oh, the blacksmith shop?
Yeah. She'll pick up the payment for both her and Daniel,
Alright, so 2,000 gold.
and then while she's there, she'll wait a minute. Okay. After picking up their payment, she'll then go to the bank.
Alright, let me get some bank music for you. We'll continue.
And she'll go to the bank, and she's going to deposit some money. And I want to walk you through this.
Okay, so you walk in, and they immediately direct you. They immediately direct you towards. They immediately direct you towards Calvor, who was the Lupin you talked to earlier when you first made your accounts. He says, "Ah, Zoya, you're back."
Yes, and I have a couple of things I need to handle.
I'm really hoping the deposits, because you're coming to me. He says as he feels his boss glaring into the back of his head, as he gives you a smile like, "Please tell me that's what you're doing."
She takes out an iron box from the carriage, sets it down, opens it up, and pulls out the bags of gold that she has gained.
He just kind of pauses there, and then you see his boss, who's a dwarf, standing in the background. Like it's almost as if his eyes go wide for a moment, and Calvor just kind of goes slack jaw, and he's like, I'll be happy to deal with you.
The president or the teller?
The teller, it's Calvor. The
Okay,
local.
okay, Calvor. Okay, Calvor. First off, she'll push the 1,000 gold piece bags towards him. One bag into Daniel's account, and one bag into my account.
I would like to let you know in advance. That this does not add on. That this will not be factored in for your interest on Daniel's account until the next cycle, until this week ends.
That is fair.
Alright. Alright, anything else?
And then she pulls the half bag over, and the 718 and a half gold in here.
Yeah.
Split in half. One part put into Daniel's and one part put into mine.
Explaining that for me.
Aw.
Oh!
359 and a quarter.
Okay. I'll just do 359 each. I'll do 360 each, actually.
She'll throw in like loose change to try to even it up for Daniel more than her.
Alright. Also, by the way, you and Daniel inquired about an account that was in the name of Maria Jokovic about 3 weeks ago. You remember that, correct?
So it perks up, and yes, that I did.
So we talked to the headquarters back in Guildland, back in Ractal, and no woman by the name of Maria Jokovic has ever popped up at a bank across Kessia to put that money in. It's just in there.
Because someone made it.
Quite literally, as of 9/31/967, that money was in there. No one knows where it came from.
No paper trail or anything?
No, and the strange thing is that Daniel's 18, correct?
Yes.
He was born. That means he was born in 970, correct?
About.
That money was put in 3 years before he was born. But it was put in his name. For him.
That might have been, you know how sometimes extended family will like deposit money in the name of a child before they're born?
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Daniel's an orphan, correct? Daniel's an orphan, correct?
By my account, yes.
Well, we decided to look into that too, since Lalas keeps good records of their citizens. No Jokovic. There has not been a single Jokovic in Lalas ever. Daniel is the first one that has popped up on our radar and in Lalas.
We did try to do a more extensive genealogical research or cultural research.
We went Guildland, we went Atia, we went Shino, we went all over Eastern Kessia except for Tozokia, and not a single. Actually, no. We even called up the few instances that we have in Torzokia. There is no Jokovic. There is not a Jokovic line to be known of.
In the east, at least. Correct?
Yes, but that's the thing, though. Jokovic is an Eastern name. There is no
Well, there's the Crankcase Dwarves, and then there's...
I'm just telling you what I know. As of what we know so far, Maria Jokovic does not exist. We're keeping the money for Daniel because he does. But if he did not, this account would basically be fraud. And to be quite honest, this is rather strange considering the circumstances. And I thought I'd let you know since you seem to be the closest thing to kin that he has currently.
Oh, he's gonna get some more kin eventually. I'll say that much.
Oh, good. That's good to know. But yes, for right now, I'd just like to let you know that if anyone of the Jokovic name comes towards you, I'd like to let you know this right now. Officially, in terms of Kessia from Flokia to Torzokia, they do not exist. To us. or to anything official.
Okay. Then... let me think about this a little bit.
Alright.
I will be back in and I might ask you some questions
Understood.
later.
I hope you have a wonderful day, and do tell Daniel that I say hello.
Well, if you would like to, you may pay a visit to him over in the church. He is currently laid up there.
Oh, he was injured. I'm sorry.
Zoya looks like she wants to correct him or like punch his throat for making it that light, but
No, he said I'm sorry. Like he was very much like, oh, I'm sorry about that.
yeah. But she relaxes. Oh, I will say your customer service is probably the best in Kessia.
He nods, and then he simply he starts taking away he starts handing off the money to some of his servants so that way they can take it away. And he's still looking at you and everything.
Zoya will giggle as she basically sees the other workers like scrambling.
Yeah, you see some little Lupin like carrying off the money, like. And you
Careful!
And you see
That's someone's paycheck.
and you see the dwarf just rubbing his hands together as he sees the money, like yes.
Then Zoya will look at him, and there might be more incoming.
He just gives a thumbs up.
Before I leave, I have this question. She'll ask Teller. I'm sorry, I can't remember his
Calvor.
name. Calvor.
I'll put it in chat.
As you know, as in your accounts, I'm a adventurer, but I do work as a gladiator.
Yes.
You know where I can get a local license for the city, or a national license.
That requires you to be signed up with a specific person. You might if anyone in your party might know, there might be something. I don't attend gladiator events personally because they're not my thing. I'm not a fan of blood and the like.
I do the non-bloody events.
Still, fighting is usually not my thing, so I stay as far away from it as possible. But you might want to ask your partners about it. I mean, if anything, they might have bumped into somebody. I don't really know any names.
I might just simply walk by the Coliseum and see if anyone knows.
All right,
Worst case scenario. But thank you for trying to help me.
no problem. You have a nice day.
Zoya will nod her head, and then
As you're walking out, someone brushes by you and says, "Oh, excuse me." And they're another black-furred Lupin as they walk in, and you take a glance back and you see Cowboy looking at them, and his eyes go white for a second, and his eyes go white for a second as if he recognizes them, and then the door shuts behind you.
Hartford wants to kick in that door again and test the customer service policy. But another part of her is she needs to move along and not make a scene if that really was the person that did it.
No, it's not a black-furred Lupin as in, trust me, if you saw the bastard that did that to Daniel, you'd know it was him.
Okay. Alright then. She'll just pay no heed since it can be kind of common around here.
True.
And okay. Actually, she's going to wait a little bit for her account to update. She is going to go... She's actually going to go by the tavern where Sao Su was heading in.
Alright, you head there, and you see... Where'd that extension cord go? Is all of it being used? And that's when you see Sao Su drinking, and you remember that Tabaxi Umber that you guys dealt with before? The criminal one?
A little bit.
He's currently hanging out with her, and he seems to be feeding her drinks, basically.
Oh.
He seems to be
Wait,
talking
is this the guy who's like the Dr. Facilier type?
Oh, you mean the one that made a habit of dressing in different outfits? Yes.
Okay.
Zoya will come over to where Salsu and the Tabaxi is sitting. Get herself between Salsu and this individual and put her arm across the bar.
Hey, Zoya. Hi, Zoya. Umber seems kind of confused at the moment, like...
She looks at him. I would suggest stopping with the drinks for a little bit.
What, an old friend of mine said. And it might be a good idea to let her have a drink. It looks like she needs one at this point.
I know. But hold off for a couple minutes.
Alright, works for me. Salsu, my offer still stands. In case you ever wanted to think about it. And then he proceeds to stand up, he brushes himself off. You notice that this time, instead of wearing a noble outfit or a commoner's outfit, he's wearing like a middle class type of... Okay, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Instead of wearing like a noble's outfit or a commoner's like rags, he's wearing like this decent like merchant outfit, and he says, merchant outfit, and he says, Salsu, my offer still stands. And then he proceeds to leave.
Okay.
Zoya will watch him walk away and make sure he leaves for a little bit.
Oh yeah, he
Like
leaves.
Okay. And she'll turn around and look at Salsu. How fucking drunk is she right now?
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Hold on, what was the last one? Where's the last dice at? Crap. Okay. She exceeded half of her rolls at the very... No. She exceeded half of her rolls at the very least. So she's not hammered, but she's pretty drunk.
Oh my god.
She rolled a 7, a 6, an 11, and a 14.
Damn.
Okay. Zoya will partially, pinch the bridge of her nose. She'll put a hand on Salsu's shoulders and, hold up 4 fingers.
The moment you put your hand... She didn't notice at the time, she was looking away. The moment you put your hand on her shoulder... your arm's suddenly behind your back now, as Salsu's behind you, and she has moved in a way that you have never seen her move before, like with finesse that makes you go, "Wait, what the hell just happened?"
And Zoya, very much fazed by this, will just say, "It is good to know that as you get progressively more drunk, you'll be faster."
Sorry. Old life stuff. Sorry.
Zoya will say, "Be very thankful my own training did not kick in and I sent you through the wall of the bar."
She nods, though she's not taking you seriously.
Zoya will sigh, and look at Salsu. You have connections to the underworld, correct?
Yeah, the guy that just left was the main one.
Well, here's the thing. Do you know about Daniel's familial status?
What regard? That he's single? Yeah.
In the back for Maj, you're saying, "Oh great, there's gonna be a lioness race after his ass." Yes, I'm not talking about that.
Then what then?
From my knowledge right now, Daniel is the only person of his lineage right now. His last name, Jokovic. I'm gonna need some help.
Fine, tracking down the people that abandoned him. I gotcha. I know exactly how to do that.
I need you to find out the last name and see if it's connected to anyone specific. These are people who are under the radar and aren't in anywhere. Period.
Oh, trust me. And this kind of makes you pause for a moment when she says this. I've made people disappear before. I know how to make them reappear.
Thank you. The reason why part of the reason why I asked you is because I want you to get you away from this bar.
Oh, don't worry, I was getting out of here
Moving.
anyway at some point.
Something with a little bit more purpose than petty theft.
She gives a thumbs up.
And I'll send your little friend back this way to, if you need him, directly.
She gives
I
a...
just ask you to do that for me.
Got it.
She'll pat Salsa on the back, then turn to the barkeep and to the bartender and say, "Get a whole bottle of Draconic whiskey on me."
The bartender says, okay. He's put on a bottle. He's not looking forward to this.
And then she'll turn and leave.
Alright. You walk out and you see Umbra just leaning against the wall next to the door, just flicking a coin up into the air. Ting, ting, ting.
Zoya will grab it out of the air, if she could.
Want me a dex check? Yeah, you're able to catch it right out of the air. And he pauses, and he looks at you and he says, and he does his traditional like finger gun off of his head thing and says, "Hi."
I just given Salsu a job.
I'll make sure that she. All right.
Make sure she succeeds, or at least is able to perform as best she can.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. She will. He seems to be fixing his cuffs at the time.
And also, what was the job that you offered her?
Oh no. That's between me and her, old friends.
Zoya would just look at him.
He's not budging on this.
If she is so harmed,
Oh please, yeah. If she's harmed, you rip my legs off and beat me with them. Yeah. I get it. Trust me. You should be more worried for the people that Salsu has to deal with than her.
I know. And if anything bad happens to her, you will be right behind me when we go in to take down whoever hurt her.
Noted.
But you can go back in now. She's gonna get even more shit-faced drunk.
He walks past you and he says, "Oh, and if you see Shadow again, tell him I say hi." And then he just walks into the tavern.
Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Are we by the corner of the building?
No, you were by the door when he walked back in.
Fucking yoink him!
Yeah, she's gonna grab him and drag him outside, and then take him into a back
for God's
alley.
sakes. And then you put him up against the wall, he's like, he just seems to go slack, he's like, oh, here we go again. Alright, what?
Shadow, tell me, now!
Okay. We call him the Abyssal Wolf. He took he's old guard basically. Young guy, but he's been
Old guard for what?
assassins. The fuck you mean? The fuck you think I mean?
Okay.
He was bred since birth to be an assassin. They call him the Abyssal Wolf. They gave him a shot of demon blood, and now he's yep.
That shit insane?
No, very sadistic and the like.
So bad shit insane.
He only went batshit insane after turn off your mic, by the way. He went batshit insane after he had a partner named the Blade of Zuri or some shit like that. They disappeared. He went insane. And he was still damn good at his job. Then suddenly, after a while, we hear that he picked up some contract to work for some no. After a while ago, I got funneled some contract. I gave it, and I funneled it to the In Umbra Ordinance, the group I work with. They threw it out to whoever. Rumor is he picked up the contract. Don't know who it was for, but he picked it up. This is the first time he picked up a job in like 2 years. This is the first time he picked up a job in 2 years. whoever he's after has made him happy enough to go back to doing his job. That's either a lot of money, it's either money, a person, or a goal. I don't know which. I don't want to find the fuck out. You're on his radar apparently. So yeah, when you see him, tell him I said hi. Try not to die. Cause this fucker, even I don't like dealing with him.
Thank you for that.
No problem. Now can you put me down, please?
Blinking, she like realizing that she didn't just like drag his ass up on the wall. Sets him down gently and like pats his hair and like fixes.
Thank you. Anyway, if you kill the son of a bitch, good. To be honest, I didn't like him that much. He offers a monopoly on assassins and I hate that. Makes me less money.
True.
Anyway.
Thank you.
So yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Hope Danny boy gets back in good condition. He was good looking. Hopefully he stays that way. And I'll make sure that Salsu gets a job done. What? I can look at what I like. And then he leaves.
Zoya just stays quiet for a little bit, and then punches the wall.
The wall cracks.
She takes a deep breath, and then she's gonna move on.
Alright. Swapping over to other people. What is it? Swapping over to other people. So I'm gonna say this right now. I'm assuming you guys are. So this is gonna be over. So we're gonna be going over things over the time of a month. Is that all right?
Over the time period of 1 month.
Over the time of a month, anyway, since it's a month-based time skip, kinda. So I'm gonna be going over what you guys are doing in this month. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. Is there anyone who'd like to start? Because I have something written down for everybody. So
I can start if you need me to.
actually.
I'm running out of all of them.
Oh, that's...
So first things. Okay. So first things. So I need better music for this. God, what was I thinking? What music? What I was thinking? Dang it. I cannot remember what music I was thinking of.
Was it also from the Fire Emblem soundtrack?
No, it was not, unfortunately. Ugh. What music would fit? You know what? I know I got it. Because I know, especially with Rupert, that this one makes sense. Okay. What do you mean? Music? Fred Boat.
You're so pretty, Isabella. You're so cute.
Okay. So, first things first, for all of you... God damn it. For all of you, you guys seem to notice that... Well, you don't notice this. You guys hear that apparently more and more people have started to disappear across Lalas recently.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Anyway, and you guys, and this information comes at a time when, and because of all these disappearances, especially in apparently places of force, Porzok becomes especially busy. Like you guys don't hear from him for a while as he starts investigating these rumors, and at the same time, that's when you start hearing that the Order of Magi has started stepping in. As in, like, you've heard that there was a competition between the Dragon Knights and the Order, and that the Order basically won. Now, and as a result, you started noticing more mages coming in and out of Hersa now, especially. And as a result, at the bank, they've opened up a new currency converter to where now you can turn 5 gold into 1 gold into 5 electrum, which for you guys means you can buy magic services and magic items now.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
For those who have a bank account, can we write out a check in Electrum?
Yes, you can now.
And the gold will automatically be converted?
So you can convert it at any price when it comes to the banknotes. But so this happens, and Rupert, you're just going around your daily teaching routines. But then there start to be whispers about what's going to happen to the mages that are in Lalas that aren't part of the order, because the order has a habit of basically monitoring every mage, regardless of if they're in the order or not. Thankfully, you were able to stay mainly below the radar for the most part because everyone was trying to keep you below the radar. And another one of your, it's currently the 10th of the month of flowers. 3 days have passed since you guys have gone back, and one of your sessions ends, and that's when two students that you know that graduated come and visit you. These one of them. Let me see a thing here. I just want to write it down. There we go. Okay. Two of your students. One of them appears to be an elven woman, high elf as it were, which is uncommon in Lalas as it is. The other one appears to be a tabaxi. A tabaxi male. They visit you. You remember the female as Avaldra Casiro. She was the valedictorian of your class basically a couple of years back. Like, she was the best of the best. And Kavan, you remember more as more of the lazy one, but somehow he passed number one of his class in his year as well. Hey, Teach! Kavan, the tabaxi says as the two of them walk up to your desk while everyone else is leaving.
Long time no see, you two.
Yeah, same to you. See you looking as pale as ever.
Yes.
You know, you could be nicer to our old teacher, Avaldra seems to say, and he's like, I'll do it when he actually gets some fucking sun.
Hey, I've been out exploring for these past few weeks.
Exploring what? A cave in the Underdark? Damn, look at you!
I just don't get tan easily.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I sort of go from white to black. There's no in between.
Jeez, that's saying something. So, how have the new students been?
You know, they're running me ragged as normal.
Come on, it's you. You're used to being run ragged, let's be honest here.
Yes, I know.
Oh! By the way, have you heard from Marishkin at all? You remember Marishkin as... He was the one that led for reference, if you don't remember this, because it has been a while, he was one of the people that led the slaughter back in Humberto. He's one of the members of the Black Dragon group, and one of your old students.
Not since he, led a slaughter in a town I was visiting.
They both kind of glance at each other and say, "Ah! Well, he came to see us a little while ago. And apparently he wanted our help on a job, apparently, as mercenaries. We refused, of course, but we wanted to see if you heard about it, because he's going after some orcs. And I'd like you to roll a DC 15, I'd like you to roll me a history check. God.
That'll be 17.
You remember that Murishkin, before he disappeared before you saw him in Humberto. He disappeared after he went on a job to go deal with an orcish rebellion over in the northwest. Which, by the way, you've also been hearing that there have been some skirmish, that some orc tribes have been attacked in the northwest as well, and it seems like they've been attacked. All of you know this, by the way. Some orcs in the northwest have been attacked recently, and supposedly they've been being attacked by a dragon, or something of draconic level fury at this point. And you know that, and Rupert, you remember especially that Morishkin was with another student of yours at the time, one who he was in a romantic relationship with. He went MIA after that mission. She was confirmed KIA. And this kind of starts making the wheels turn in your head a little bit. So, yeah, we just wanted to let you know just in case. We don't know how Morishkin's been doing after the incidents, and if he killed innocent people like you said, then he's probably gone off the deep end at this point.
Yes, I believe last I heard, they were gone, to
Yeah.
say the least.
Yeah, we just came to check up on your teacher and see if you heard anything. The two of you talked for a little while longer, but eventually they do have to go because you have a class soon. And you're turning back towards your chalkboard to start writing again. And then the door closes and you hear a voice say, Professor Rupert Thaddeus Longbottom, also known as Rupert the Impaler. My, you have good work. And you're both in military and in teaching. And you turn around and you see this man in crimson and black and crimson robes with a staff, kind of twirling it as he's sitting in the back of the classroom.
How can I help you, fine gentleman?
There's just one person. He stands up and he says, I just came to talk to you, as it were.
Oh?
Yes, you and another, I guess I could say person that you know. After all, where is good old Raven Edge? He says he takes a look around.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come now. Full deception.
Natural twank.
What's the addition? Tell me the total.
Persuasion or deception?
Deception.
25.
Come now. You want the first mage that's lied to me. Come now. I don't mean to take it from you if that's what you think. I don't mean to try and kill you because you're using a weapon of the Raven Queen.
That's so trash.
Please, just be upfront with me about this.
But he's currently back in my place of residence.
You see, he says, he sticks his hand out, and you see, like, his hand visibly disappear. You hear the sound of something being grabbed, him pulling his arm back out, and then Raven Edge in his hand before being handed to you.
Oh, that's nice. A new sword retrieval device.
No, I knew you could summon it back to you, but I didn't feel like making you go through the effort. Anyway, so how has you and Raven Edge's relationship been going recently?
It's what we in the business call rocky.
He looks at the blade. Let me guess, it's telling you to kill more people, or else it will take your soul and go on a rampage.
You fucking betcha.
Would you like? Well, first things first. Would you like a solution to that problem?
It depends on the solution.
I strip Raven Edge out, or at least I turn him off in a way. Shuts him up for a little while.
I mean, him shutting up would be a miracle. He sort of doesn't be quiet at all.
50 gold. He takes the 50 gold, pockets it, and then he takes Raven Edge, and you see him visibly. He sticks his hand into the blade, as if it's into the umbral steel blade, as if it's an actual, like, portal, and rips out part of what appears to be a black shadow, and then just crushes it in his hand. There we go.
That works.
He should be docile for a little while.
Hey, as long as he shuts up.
Oh, yes.
He wouldn't stop talking last night while I was trying to sleep.
Oh, trust me, I've dealt with Raven Edge before, I know. And then he proceeds to clean his hand. Anyway, there's that.
Towel?
Oh no, I'm fine. Another matter, as it were. I know that you work for Lalas itself, but how would you feel to work for another group as well?
Depends on the group.
He then proceeds to pull out a badge and shows that it's the Order of Magi.
So, you knew under the table.
Huh?
So, you knew under the table.
Trust me, I'm the only one who knows about your little predicament. I made sure to keep it to myself. Me and a handful of people that I trust, anyway.
Yes, I didn't know if it was, which one of you were informed about me first.
Oh, I always knew. I know every time. He emphasizes every time.
Yes.
And then he says, I'd like to make sure this time you don't go on a murderous rampage and have to be put down by your own brothers and sisters. In this timeline, anyway.
See, that would be a good idea in my books as well.
But I need some. So for now, that will what I did to Raven Edge will help. But I need something else of you. There's a little group that's starting to pick up on a trail that I'd rather leave unfound for now.
Oh, and which group would that be?
The Clockwork Enforcers, as it were.
Oh?
You know one of them. I believe a gnoll called Krassen?
Ah.
He's a gnoll, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Nope.
I don't know what else he would be.
Roll me a history check just to be sure. Please, if you rolled a nat 1 on this, I swear to God.
I didn't roll a nat 1. It comes out to a 9.
So you gathered.
Oh my God! The one time. No, you remember him. You remember him as a no. Come back. You remember him as a kobold. Do you tell him that he's a? Do you tell him that he's a kobold?
I think he might be a kobold.
He double takes. He takes a double take for a moment. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
The Krasen I know, I think he might be a kobold.
How much did things shift? He seems to whisper to himself. Whatever. Anyway, Clockwork Enforcers. I need you to watch Krasen. If it ever seems like his trail for looking for disturbances in time ever brings itself back to the Order of Magi, I'd like you to direct it in a different direction.
Will do.
And I'd like you to keep him alive as long as possible as well. In fact, keep your entire group of friends alive, as it were. Desolate, Desolo, Zoya, Krasen, and anyone else who happens to be who you happen to meet along the way.
That sounds fine to me, but you know what would help in that?
Gold.
No, I've got plenty of that. I've got it invested in a certain merchant.
Yes. What would you like?
One of those badges. Just in case.
He takes out one of the badges and he says, "Well, you are a mage," and then he tosses it to you. Do make sure that the Clockwork Enforcers and the Order of Magi stay as separate as possible. And if need be, I will intervene.
Yes, sir, and your name, good sir.
And then he takes off his hood and he says, and you see this, and you see what appears to be this. It seems like this malleable face of both brown and white scattered all over.
Well, it looks like somebody decided, that you've seen better days.
That's what happens when you're born. That's what happens when you're born interracial and your face ends up like this. Anyway,
Yes.
as I was saying, as I was about to say, my name, and then he seems to pause for a moment, as he seems to actually be having trouble remembering his name. My name. I suppose for
Sorry.
I suppose for now you can call me L. I suppose EL, as it were.
Alright, TL.
He seems actually confused by the way he says, "Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you about."
Well, I will do this. And at some point in the future, I hope you can help me with my, issues.
No, don't worry. I'm sure the Raven Queen will make sure to visit you eventually. For now, I bid you good day. He pulls his hood back up. He walks, and then he's just gone as soon as you blink. That's all.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. Oh, I've got a badge.
And a sword that shut up.
And a shut-upping sword.
Anyway, with yours, so is there anything you'd like to do, or? Because I will be coming back to you at some point.
Just come back to me then.
Alright. Next up. Actually, who wants to go up next?
Cookie, do you want to do something?
Nah, you go ahead.
Okay.
Roxy?
I'm gonna go to the scroll shop.
Ah, okay, so you visit the... Wait, is this who I think it
Jones
is?
Enchanted Quill.
Yep. You seem to notice that Jones Enchanted Quill has merged with Aiken and Indle's wands and has become basically a general...
Wait, say that again?
I'm sorry.
You cut off.
Anyway, so you realize Guys, hey! You realize that Jones enchanted Quill and Aiken and Indle's wands have merged together into a general magic store, and both of them are running the place.
Oh, nice.
It took you a bit to realize this, but you did figure it out, and you were able to go in. Welcome to Aiken and Cena's, Aiken and Joanne's magical shop. I'm Joanne, and you see that like Joanne appears to be this elder halfling woman, while Aiken seems to be this young high elf woman, and the high elf says, and I'm Aiken. She seems kind of down at the moment.
How long ago did you guys merge the stores together?
Once the order of Magi decided to pop in.
I'm looking for scrolls specifically.
Any particular scrolls?
Probably just ones that get out of the Harris situation in a pinch, like a healing scrolls or.
So you're looking for cure wounds.
Yeah.
That's not. I was like, but okay, that works. Anyway, alright then. That'll be if you're looking for first level versions of that. That'll cost you about 50 gold each.
Alright. I give her 50 gold.
Alright, how many of them are you gonna buy?
I'm gonna get just one for now.
Alright, so you buy one of the skulls, and it's mainly Joanne that does this with you. Aiken seems to be off by herself for the most part.
Wait, say again.
It's mainly Joanne that deals with you. Aiken for herself appears to be by herself for the most part.
Yeah. Can I roll insight to see what's up with Aiken?
Alright. Roll insight.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's my? There you are. Oh, nat 20.
She appears to be grieving at the moment, but she's forcing herself to work, basically.
Oh. I'm gonna cheer her up in a second after I get one more scroll. We're gonna attempt to. Would you also happen to have, regeneration scrolls?
Ooh, yes, we do, in fact. Give me a second.
I imagine that'd be way more pricey.
Oh, most definitely. From what I understand, regenerate seems to be a very powerful spell. That might be a little bit out of your price range. I don't know for sure. I'd like to not assume, anyway.
It's alright. I know I don't exactly look the rich type.
Okay.
But, how much would it be?
Give me a second. I'm actually looking up scroll prices right now.
Alright.
Okay. So this is a 7th level spell, so that means it will cost you... Loading. There it is. A 7th level spell will cost you... Oh, it's very rare. So that'll cost you about... That will cost you about... Let's say... How much gold do you have?
I have, 16k. Gold.
Okay, that will cost you about 300 gold.
Alright. I give her 300 gold.
Alright, and she please says you, I'd be very careful with that spell. By the way, if I were you. Many people who have lost a limb would kill to get their hands on that.
Oh, definitely. Wait 1 second. Just adding back to my inventory. Let me see. I'm gonna think about what I want to do with Lycan.
She appears to be just putting things up on the shelf right now.
I finish off giving the gold to Joan, and I walk over to where Aiken is. She's a high elf, right?
Yeah, she's a high elf.
damn, I can't speak Elvish. But, I kind of, like, I approach her, like, not trying to be forceful or anything. I'm just like, are you alright?
Oh, yeah, yes, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. She says. She gives like a little weak smile. Just one of those days.
Listen, I totally, I've seen that face before. It's the same I made when I was separated from my family when I was small, and I haven't exactly recovered from it either. Mostly because I had no one else to talk to.
Yeah, you guys sniffles a little bit, but she gives like a weak smile. It was my husband that I lost. I lost him over in Guildland a little while ago, as it were.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
It's quite alright. Indel was always one for adventure, and I guess that's what got him caught up in the end.
May I ask how he was?
I don't know. They won't tell me, as it were. All I know is that he was in some accident, apparently.
You said he was in.
An accident. They won't tell her
Yeah.
anything else besides that.
And it was in Lalas?
No, it was in Guildland.
Okay.
But I'll be all right. Just going to take some time.
And I, like, out of character, I also remember, like, that multiple people have gone missing.
Yeah, people have
Or,
gone
like-
missing across Lalas. Guildland has had issues to where there have been rebellions all across that have caused several people, like dozens of people to die.
Hmm.
Probably has something to do with all that slavery they keep running.
Yeah. Would you think he starts getting kind of nervous at that word, you know? But he tries to like snap himself out of it. Was he part of a rebellion?
No,
Something?
Indel's a good soul. Maybe he might try to help some people, but he would never actually put himself in harm's way. He was smart enough to realize that. Ugh. Kind of like starts rubbing her eyes. I'd rather not think about it right now, if that's alright.
I'll be around in this town if you ever need me. I'll probably be visiting this shop quite often. I have a little bit of cash to spare after my latest brush with death and my friends being laid up, so I'm not going to be going anywhere for a while.
We look forward to your patronage in that case, she says with a smile. Also, by the way, this exchange takes place on another 3 days. Takes place on the 12th of the month of flowers.
Okay.
So it's basically a Saturday in a way.
Yeah. I'm gonna while I'm comforting her, also like peruse the wand collection if there's anything that'd catch my eye.
Well, there's wands and staffs. Wand-wise, you see a wand of magic missile, worth about 25 gold. You see...
Missile, by the way, cut out there.
Wait, a wand of what?
Wand of magic missile. They cost about 25 gold. This wand's scattered all around, really. If you want it.
Yeah. Like of any spell?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull out. Is there a wand of sea invisibility?
Okay. What level spell is see invisibility?
Second level.
Yes, that one is worth about 50 gold.
15 gold?
50.
Okay. I give her 50 gold for that one.
She takes it and she hands you the wand of see invisibility. There's 5 charges of that, and they recharge every long rest.
Wait, what?
There's 5 charges of that, and they recharge every long rest.
All
Long
right.
grass.
Yeah. What else is there? Is there anything else you'd like to go? Anything else you'd like to buy?
I think. No, I think that should be all for now. I hope to see you again. I can.
She says the same, giving a smile and a wave.
And he if he'll put his hand on her shoulder. It gets better.
She nods, kind of like.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but it does.
It looks kind of quiver for a bit, but she nods, biting her lip, and she says, "Yeah."
And he kind of gives us a smile, and he starts to go.
All right. Roll perception for me.
Oh God, here we go. Perception. Another one I have a +2 in. What does the matter with me? That's a nat 1! I didn't notice it.
Rocky roll for now.
What's the roll?
It was a 3. 3.
Okay. So you're walking through town, and you hear and you don't notice this at first because you're just oblivious because you're kind of still thinking back to Icon, and you hear "Oh, hello, Desalome," and you turn on your heel. You turn on your heel, and you see leaning against a wall. It's Nathaniel, but dressed differently this time. He seems to be wearing this black coat now with collars nearing his shoulder, and he's with a hood that's down.
He's like, he looks at him. You again?
Yes, indeed, it is me. Though most people aren't happy about that. He says as he tips his head to the side, kinda.
Are you with the Dread Wolves?
He then gives a bit of a smile, and then he moves his coat over to the side a bit, and you see hanging at his waist the mask.
Oh, he cut off.
What was that?
He moves his coat over to the side a bit, revealing his waist, and you see hooked to the side of it is the mask of the Dread Wolves before he moves it back.
So, do you know Dread then? I'm guessing.
He then kind of tenses up at that and says, "Yes, I do know him."
Can you take me to him?
I'd love to, but the others in my group wouldn't exactly trust an outsider. It took them a while to get used to Dread.
Can they not overlook his own son?
I would say this. On the 4th of the month of New Leaf, there's going to be a slave auction here. He then motions over to a scaffold that they're building over there. Or rafters, anyway. We'll be there. If you make the right choice, you'll ingratiate yourselves in their eyes, and that way I can make sure you are able to join. You and anyone else who aids you.
Okay. Can you at least give him a message for me?
He then gives a weak smile. Yes.
Tell him. Shit, let me think.
This is
Tell him I can't.
Tell him what?
Boo, what?
This is his dad.
Dread is my dad.
Dread's his dad.
Dread is my dad.
Anyway,
Dread is my dad.
what is Decelo gonna say?
Just let him know that I'll be there. I don't know if he's known that I've been around, and I miss him.
Then he looks kind of sad. He says, "I'll try to make sure he gets the message." He says, before as he puts up that smile, and then he looks at you and he says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Not that one.
Whoa.
That one's definitely not supposed to be here.
No.
Not yet, anyway. Anyway, so he simply looks at you and he says, "Oh, Decelo, I'd like you to know this.
Yes.
What you see in that market on the 4th, that is the Dread Wolves. If you or your friends cannot handle that, you're welcome to walk away. But should you join us, that is it. Dread made his choice. Now it's time for you and your friends to make yours."
Are you implying that innocents will be hurt?
There's no one innocent that gets hurt at things like these. All guilty are punished. It just so happens that sometimes, and then he looks at Iken and Joanne's store, and he says, "Sometimes the good ones don't get out."
Okay.
He then puts a hand on your shoulder. He simply says, "Just stay strong. After all, people like us always have to be." And that's when you notice the slave branding on his arm, marking him as Guildland property, as it were.
And does he walk away?
Yeah, you see a Lupin teenager seem to walk by, and Nathaniel's quick to join him, kind of putting an arm over his shoulder and acting kind of fatherly to him as he puts an arm around his shoulder and just starts rubbing his head a bit.
Wait, what?
What?
Is this after Wheel of Time?
No, this is 8 years before Wheel of Time.
Oh no. Oh no. Holy
Oh
shit.
no, he's gonna.
Oh no. Okay. He sees that, he's like, oh, that's sweet. And then me on the inside, I'm like, I don't like where this is going.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but that's anything else you'd like to do?
Um, he's he's gonna go see Daniel.
Alright. In that case, time to crank out this music then. So, you visit the church, as it were, and once you let them know that you know Daniel, they kind of let you through and everything, and you enter, and when you walk into the room that Daniel's in, you see. Alright. You walk into a large room, carved with the runes and symbols of Tamara, the mother of healers, and the dragon goddess of mercy and healing. There's a golden statue of her that stands behind a golden pool of water, and you see Daniel basically laying in the middle of it. And he doesn't seem to be moving. It looks like he's kind of sleeping in this pool.
I'm just gonna like walk up close and like just kind of kneel like behind him, like where the pool is, and just to be there for him, even though he's not gonna be awake for a while.
Do you ever say anything?
He's gonna be quiet for a bit, but then he's just gonna like sigh and be like, "We're gonna get through this, bud." I don't know how, but you'll be okay again.
When you say that, there appears to be this golden light that seems to radiate from him for a moment.
You're breaking up really
Wait,
bad.
what?
There's this golden light that radiates from Daniel from a moment after you speak to him. And
Repeat that, the golden light.
golden light that
shines
radiates
on
from
him?
him.
Oh man.
And that's when you see this golden specter sit up while his body is unmoving. And he stands, he turns around, and it's Daniel.
Oh my god!
But you notice that the holes where the rocks were slammed into him are red.
They're filled?
They're filled, but they're red.
Daniel?
And he just gives a smile and a wave.
Wait. Is he like... he like stands up and he tries to grab him. Like he's waving at him.
You go right through him.
Daniel, you can't go anywhere. Seriously.
What? And then he looks at it like, oh. He's like trying to give the a no thing of trying to basically say I'm not dead. He's like he just does the thing again. He's like I'm not dead, kind of.
He just gives a sigh of relief. Like I thought that was a goodbye wave, not a hi wave.
No, he shakes his head no, and then he kind of mouths the word hi.
Hi. Are you okay?
He kind of gives the so gesture, and he motions down to himself in the pool.
Do you know how long you're gonna have to be stuck like this?
He kind of thinks about it for a moment. He's like, and then he taps his wrist as if he's asking time.
Yeah.
He's asking for the time.
I look at the time. What time is it?
There's not really a clock, but that's when you start to realize that, oh, he means what date is it?
I give him the date. I say it's the 12th of the month of flower.
He says, so he puts up the number 6, and then he puts up the number 2.
So the 6th of the month of...
No, the 2nd of the month of New Leaf. Basically, in exactly in 3 weeks from now, he will be fine.
Oh man, that's great. I mean, it's not as quick as most of us would. It's a relief.
He kind of gives a shrug and nods.
Sao-Su has been so worried about you.
And then he kind of writes in the air a Z, as if he's asking Zoya.
Zoya's obviously been a little bit upset too, but she's, well, not very obvious, but she's working things out.
He nods, and then he asks, and then he draws a D for Desi.
Can I roll history so I on Desi's behavior towards it?
If Cookie was here, I'd say yes, but for right now, let's go with a no.
Okay.
We'll save that for later. You kind of can't figure out right now.
I don't know. She's been, yeah.
He kind of shrugs at that, and then he draws an R.
That's
Rupert.
Oh, Rupert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's been fine. He's gotten a teaching job back,
Daniel.
I think.
Then he nods, and then he pauses, and then he mouths, "Rupert teaches?"
Yeah. Military stuff?
Yes. Oh. Oof. Wow. And then he's kind of like blinking, and then that's when you remember how Desi feels about Daniel's condition, and how does Desi? That's when you remember.
You're cutting out really
I know.
bad.
Yeah,
That-
it's super bad.
That's when you realize that you suddenly remember what Desi was feeling. And Cookie, how was Desi feeling about Daniel's current condition?
Well, I was gonna visit, but they are kind of sad, so
She's been. I mean, they. Damn. They've been kind of upset about it too. And it's kind of shaken me a lot because. You and I are. You and I haven't always been close, but I still regard you as a very. A good friend to me.
He grins, and he kind of tries to punch you on the shoulder, but then it goes right through you, and he's like. He kind of just goes deadpan at that, but then he just shrugs, and then
Cecil like laughs out loud.
he kind of gives you an exacerbated look before he just goes, and then he kind of tries to sign basically in a way, and he just basically tells you make sure to tell them to come visit me.
Tell him what?
Tell them to come visit me, basically.
Of course. Will you be able to keep doing this specter thing?
He nods as he points at the statue.
Alright, so as long as we talk to you, you'll be able to come out.
Hmm? He nods.
Alright, and should we, do we need to, like, feed you or anything?
He shakes his head no as he just looks down at himself again.
Okay. Alright. I'm glad to see you're okay. I'm gonna tell the others.
He grins, and then he kind of tries to give you a goodbye hug, but knowing that he's gonna go through you, he just kind of like simulates himself giving it as he hovers, like sort of close.
He does the same thing, like kind of floats his arms around where his shoulders are.
Yeah. After that, as you're walking out, one of the clerics seems to stop you and say, "I see you visited young Daniel.
Yes.
He's recovering quite fast."
Yeah, I'm really happy for it. The golden goddess,
Hmm?
dragon one.
Hmm?
Has the goddess ever been able to do what's happened with my friend before with the
It's
golden specter?
Oh yes, that's very rare. In fact, not many people are gifted by Tamara. Not many people are gifted by Tamara enough to where they'd be able to where she'd do that for them. It's very uncommon, but
Does it mean that he's done something good in your eyes or something like that?
I've heard nothing but good about Daniel, so I assume he had. I mean, from what I hear, he's been traveling with you all, healing you. So it makes sense that she'd view him as good in her eyes.
Yeah.
Also,
That's really
I'd like to ask, where have you been getting the money to pay for his treatment? You say this as you realize that you haven't been paying for his treatment. None of you have been.
It's just from a side thing, but when does that due? I can start helping with
No, it's already been taken care of apparently. It's already been taken care of.
By who?
We thought it was one of you. It's written in all of your names, 30,000 gold a month. A week, actually.
30,000 a week in
Yes.
gold?
Yes. By the way, that's double what you have, by the way. You and another woman named Maria Jokovic?
Maria what? Maria what?
You all stop. Okay. You and another. It's written in your names and another woman named Maria Jokovic.
He's just like his lips flapping like he's a fucking fish. Okay, I need to go and talk to one of my party members because there's, well, they need to know about my friend. Maria's his mom!
No,
Maria-
Maria is his aunt, as of what's said in the bank. But officially, she doesn't exist.
Okay, I need to go and find Zoya right this second.
Zoya is currently hanging out in the tavern, trying to find out who the fuck she can get a writ from to do some gladiator shit at this point. Goddamn.
Okay, would I know that she's in there?
Yes, you know she's been hanging out there for a while.
Running. I come into the thing and I like slam into the wall. I grab Zoya by the shoulders. Okay, something amazing happens as something mysterious has happened. A bunch of weird shit happened. Okay? Okay. You might need to sit down first.
Zoya, who was like standing at the bar and like bored out of her mind and ready to poke her eye out with a dagger. you grabbing her and all that. You yeeted her drink across the room.
Oh no!
And then she's just surprised by you being able to just whip her around and like startle her.
I know that's so out of character for him, but he's like freaking the fuck out.
Okay. Breathe,
Okay,
please.
okay.
You look like you're about to
I'm
hyperventilate.
I'm gonna pay for that later. Your drink.
Don't worry, I need to stop drinking anyway.
Okay. I went to see Daniel. Firstly, I talked to him, and he could semi-talk back. Not audibly, but he had this golden specter, which is a rare thing for the goddess Tamara to do, like to bless people, like while they're in the weird pool thing. He could become a golden specter, and he's gonna be out of it. He's gonna be back up on his feet again by next month.
As you explain the Daniel situation, she went from like sheepishly like I need to I need to go see him to be supportive to perplexed to relaxed, but with a lot of concern as her fears keep kind of move down a little bit.
And it's amazing and it's awesome, and and I'm so glad to see him, and he's able to know all this stuff, and you can't hug him, but it's weird. But like the weird part is his medical bill, like for being helped by the clerics. They said it was paid off by us and one other person, his aunt.
A woman by the name of Maria Jokovic?
Yeah, the one who's supposed to exist according to you, not supposed to exist according to you, right?
Yes, and according to the bank also.
I just thought I ought to bring you that information because I can't wrap my head around how the hell that would work. Okay, and now I'm gonna sit down because I'm exhausted all my energy.
Zoya helps you sit down. So what did the clerics say about the bill exactly?
It was 30k gold pieces. And they said it was paid off by all of us in our name plus Maria.
I don't remember being anything withdrawn from my account, so I'm assuming Maria might.
And that's more than double what we got from the thing.
You're correct. What? Okay, so at least that means Maria is alive and active.
Yeah.
because her name popped up in an account, or her as a janitor to an account going to Daniel over in Guildland, and that's like 3 years before he was born.
That's strange. And they still couldn't. And they have this information, yet they still couldn't find her anywhere.
They scoured all of Eastern Kessia and weren't able to find anything. I've asked Sao Su to touch on her contacts to see if any underworld connections are involved, but
What if
I'm
this
not
has
sure.
to do with all of the Lalas disappearances?
It would not surprise me.
I mean, it did happen before we got here, I'm assuming, but he's just like rubbing his face. This is so strange. I'm happy for Daniel, at least. That's good, but like that if she knew about Daniel being hurt, then she at least had to have been either where we were with the orcs or somewhere in the city, right? Like within this past week. Right?
It would not surprise me that she is a powerful wizard, or a cleric who has access to certain spells.
Yeah.
By God, I hope she's not a warlock.
Oh god, that'd be the worst. And I can barely outmatch a warlock with my own magic. I did get some things, but
Well, she says this in jet, and she wants to try to make you laugh with this, but well, you could be a pretty good hairstylist if you decide to be one.
you like my hair?
I like what you did to my hair a few weeks back.
Oh, he just remembered the lightning and the fucking giving Zoya an afro. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I think with time you will be able to kick some magical ass.
I sure hope so. And maybe one day I can get a hold of the whole wild magic part too.
And I do hope you do that. Zoya murmurs a little bit as she scratches the back of her head, which poofs up a little bit in an afro.
He's gonna like get a mead now.
Zoya slaps down a couple of silver pieces,
So does this.
or one silver piece that is for Deslo.
Aw, thank you. I mean, thank you. So yeah.
Nice.
And obviously afterward I'll tell everyone else about what happened there. But like for now we can just
What is everyone else's reaction to that bit of news? Actually, let's hear that.
Yeah.
What's everyone else's reactions to the news that Daniel's awake, and somewhat, and that you guys can visit and talk to him?
Who?
Or I was
Not you
planning
yet.
to anyway, but thanks. That's it.
I was more reacting to the whole fact that Maria's mom is active. Or Aunt Marie.
Yeah. How does Krasen react? Car?
It's
pretty good.
And Rupert, how do you feel? Daniel's awake, quote unquote. He's just okay about it. And with that, I'd like to transition to another person this time. I'd like to do Desi. That's fine. Alright. Desi,
Sure, whatever.
you're on your way to visit Daniel, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
This is the next day. You found out that Daniel was awake, and I'm pretty sure Desi was like, she got up and started beelining towards the church.
Not Beeline. They took care of some things, but yeah.
As you were taking care of some things, and as you're walking, actually, you start hearing about how the disappearances have started getting worse. In fact, and even that a few Inquisitors have gone missing, like of your order and everything.
Where? Here?
Yeah, in Lalas, like Inquisitors of your order have started to go missing.
Oh, okay.
Even you remember Alex, your old mentor who visited you back 3 weeks ago, back when you were first dealing with black dragons down in the sewers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one's heard from him in a while either.
Okay.
So it's kind of just some weird stuff might be going on at this point. But
Yeah, that is weird.
you do get the opportunity to visit Daniel, and as you walk in, again, he's laying there in that silver pool and everything. I mean, that golden pool and everything. And when you call his name, the whole thing happens where he sits up, this golden specter of him, and he seems like very happy to see you as he gives like a wave.
Ah, there you are, sidekick.
He then kind of just gives a deadpan look at the word sidekick.
How are you feeling?
He basically just gives a thumbs up.
I heard Dusseldorf told me you were getting better, kind of.
He nods, and then he puts out the number 3, followed by another 3. But then you realize that, oh wait, that's one's supposed to be 3, the other one's supposed to be weeks.
Oh, okay, 3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even though you are getting better, I'm still gonna pray. Desi's gonna pray for him.
Alright. Roll religion for
Pray
me.
to what's her name? Tamaria?
Tamara.
Did I say it right? Tamara. Pray to tomorrow.
Right. Roll religion for me real quick.
21.
When you feel as if though someone seems very pleased by your act of praying, and your act of caring for Daniel. You feel like a little warmness in your heart in a way.
Oh, that's nice.
And then Daniel kind of asks in his own way, "What's up with you?" in a way, mainly by pointing at the sky as a joke.
Nothing much. Everyone's been kind of doing their own thing.
He points at you.
But me, nothing. I'm nothing special. Just looking into a couple of important matters.
He kind of cocks his head to the side as if asking what.
Some people have gone missing, but don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
He nods, and then he pats his chest as if to say like I'll help, and then he thinks about it, and then he says, and then he kind of gives a symbol of. He kind of tries to. It's very awkward how he's trying to basically signal because he can't talk. But he basically gets the idea that he'll help when he gets out of here.
That's very nice of you, Daniel. Thank you.
He nods and mimics as if he's putting a hand on your shoulder.
He doesn't know about out of character. He doesn't know about his aunt, right?
He knows that she exists. He doesn't know that she knows that she exists, as in she put the money in his account. She doesn't know the whole thing that all you guys found out this session.
That what?
She doesn't know the things you guys found out this session.
But wait, I do know that she's paying for his treatment, right?
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Okay. By the way, I think your aunt is paying for you to get better.
He raises an eyebrow and he raises an eyebrow. What? Kind of mouths.
Yeah, what's her name? Maria? Maria? Yeah.
Kind of scratches
She's
his head.
paying for you.
He kind of scratches his head to the side, and then he kind of like rubs his fingers together and like to mimic how much.
I'm not sure. But it's a lot.
He then kind of shrugs, and then he mouths, "Did she show up?"
As far as I know, no.
He kind of sighs with slumped shoulders.
Well, while I'm investigating, I could try to look for her.
He gives a thumbs up with a big grin.
But get well, Daniel.
He nods.
I'll make sure tomorrow hears my words to make you get better.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles. And then he kind of just spells out, "Miss you guys."
Miss you too, sidekick.
He then throws his hands up in the air before the golden spectre just disappears at this point, like he's done.
I'm out of here.
And as you're leaving, you're kind of walking out on the market, and you're stopped by what appears to be this helmeted person in like scale mail armor with a katana at his side. He says, Desolate Gorbloom? Is that? He shouts out.
Don't say that out loud. It's Desi.
Sorry. I just didn't know I didn't know what honorific you wanted because I heard that you were neither.
Calm down.
He takes a deep breath. Okay. Hi. He then says, "I'm a blood hunter. I was sent here by the Swords of Justice to investigate disappearances, and I heard you were doing the same thing. Investigating these disappearances."
Yes, I do not know what's going on.
Well, I was hoping that we could work together on that.
Okay, I could use another sidekick.
Funny. My name's Karim, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Fuck me. Yeah. Okay. Karim, you say. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm here with my partner, who actually I kind of lost. Where did he go? Guy scratches the back of his helmet. Oh, there he is, Alex! And you see this, like, you see what you can tell as a tiefling because you can't see anything else. His entire body is basically clothed, and he has a mask up, but there are horns coming out of his hood and a tail trailing behind him. Ah, there he is. He then looks at you and he simply says, "Hi."
You were very nice. We're going to get along just fine.
I hope we do. But yeah, We're here to help. We're here to help with any matters. With any matters, if you need it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No problem. If you
Okay.
need... What were you gonna say?
No, continue.
He said, if you need anything, we'll be hanging out in the tavern that's nearby. That's where we're staying for the duration of our visit. Unfortunately, Bloodhunter money can't get us good places to live, as it were. Oh, please, you've slept in worse. Well, yeah, but I'd like to sleep in a nice place for once. Alex just pats Karim's head. Yeah.
Wait, you kind of cut out in the beginning. They said they're having trouble finding room?
Karim's like, oh, we're gonna be staying in the tavern because despite having Bloodhunter money, we don't get paid to live in nice places. Oh, you've lived in worse places. Well, yeah, but I like to live in a nice place. And then Alex just kind of just pats him on the head and says, yeah.
Okay. Shit. What was I about to say? Out of character. Do we know who knows about the disappearances, or is it just us right now?
Everyone's been spreading word about it. Even the Dragon Knights have started looking into it. And the Order of Magi is doing the same too. Basically, this is turning into like a cross-organization affair at this point. Because everyone's wondering what the fuck's going on. What you do know, what you've been able to find out, though, through your investigations, has been this. One, half of them have just been people that have been wandering through forests and places of high Fey concentration.
Okay.
The others have been slaves, particularly Lupin and Wolfera slaves.
That's disappeared?
Yes, half of them have been people who wandered through nature. The other half have been Lupin and Wolfera slaves. In fact, basically, entire shipments of slaves have just gone off the face of Kessia.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is there like a slave owner or someone nearby?
No one that you... let's think. Actually, since you are in the market, there is the Senate building where quite a few senators openly have slaves.
Politics. Okay.
Politics
All
are
right.
really...
Okay, so what was the name of the place again?
The Assembly.
Okay, yeah, we'll go there then.
Alright.
Okay, so Desi tells them we're going to the Assembly. I think there's a couple of politicians that knows a thing or two about slaves.
They nod and Karim says, "All right, we'll follow your lead."
All right, cool. So we go to the Assembly.
Outside there, Dragon Knights seem to stop you for a moment and say, "Halt! What's your business? What's your business here?"
Dusty cringes for a bit before saying, Desolate Goldblum of the Inquisitors of Jupiter. I'm here on business about the disappearances of some people.
And Bloodhunter's with her too. And he says, as Karim kind of pulls out his badge before putting it away quickly, and the guards seem to look amongst you three and say, "All right, no funny business though," as they seem to let you pass.
I can't promise anything.
So you guys walk past, and you're walking to the Assembly building, and this place is fucking huge. It's fucking huge, as it were. I'd say the size of the Capitol building in a way.
Okay.
And you see nobles walking through. A lot of them seem to be just glancing at you like, "What the hell are they doing here?"
Am I able to recognize anyone who has slaves?
One person does stand out, though they don't have slaves. They have mingled with people who have slaves. His name is He takes notice of you as well, and that's when you recognize him as Tiberius Julius Sunalis.
What was his first name? Tiberius?
Yep.
Okay.
And he takes note of you as well as he walks over and says, hello, can I help you?
Hi, yes. We would like to talk to anyone in relation to owning or possibly selling slaves in this establishment.
He can kind of just shh for a moment. He says, my, I didn't know people were quite that blunt about things. He says as he kind of just chuckles nervously. Yeah. Unfortunately, all the Senate members that I could get my hands on to let you know are in a meeting right now, and I've been shut out of it. So,
Where's the meeting?
Even points to the door behind him, the main assembly room.
Thank you. And then they walk past.
Wait. I wouldn't recommend that.
Why not?
For one thing, I don't know if the Dragon Knights would take too kindly to that. Second of all, these things take a certain tact, and while I'd love to see someone go in there and ruin their entire day, I hate dealing with these people's reactions more than I dealing with them on a daily basis. So, what exactly do you need to know, as it were?
Anything of the disappearances related to Lupin or out of character. What was the other one? It was Lupin and who else?
Wolf Farah.
Wolf Farah? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anything in relation to Lupin or Wolf Farah's slaves missing recently?
Oh, that nasty bit of affairs. Yes, I would know quite something of that, since they've been disappearing from my home city. That I represent.
Out of character. Tiberius is what? What is he?
Tiberius is a human.
Okay.
He's a dark-skinned human.
Okay.
Yes, they've been transported through my city, as it were, and there have been many disappearances through there as well.
Has any of your colleagues discussed the matter?
Yes. Privately, they've said that it's very bad for business. Publicly, of course, they denounce Publicly, of course, they denounced the idea that people could be stealing some of their... He's trying to find the right word, and he just says, I prefer not to repeat what they said, thank you.
And all of these people, they're in that meeting right now.
Yes. In fact, and unfortunately... Yes, and... Yes, they're all in there. He kind of face palms. Oh my god.
How long is this going to take?
I'm guessing you're going to bring their throats a new one?
I will do something necessary.
You can kick in the... You know what? Have fun. Kick in the door. I will be far from here, so it'll make them look bad, not me.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck, he says with a smile on his face. And please, do rip them a new one. They absolutely deserve it.
Yeah, Desi walks past him and kicks down the door.
Wait, Desi... And Crim's like, wait, Desi... And then you kick open the door, and everyone just looks like you hear the entire something just pause. Like hundreds of people just pause and look behind them at you.
Wait, they're all looking at me?
Yes! You kicked in the door!
Yeah, Desi's unfazed, and they're like, I'm an Inquisitor of the Inquisitors with Jupiter. This is important business. I need to ask you all questions.
One of them seems to stand up and says, on whose authority? The Inquisitors of Jupiter. Like, and what makes you think we'd actually listen to you of all people? And Krim just kind of just shrinks behind you, kind of like...
It matters because it is related to some of the slaves I know some of you have been owning. And if you want to be cooperative, better answer my question.
And if you don't, I will quite personally. And if you don't, I'm pretty sure this lovely orc would love to rip both your arms off and beat you with them.
They can try.
I think I'd rather see you rip theirs off. Anyway, and all the nobles seem to be kind of like looking amongst themselves. Roll intimidation for me.
Kid, this is a warning when my power.
When?
Tonight.
Shit. Alright.
Wonder heavy severe thunderstorm warning.
Noted.
Wait, hold on real quick. My thing is acting up.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so we might lose power and the recording. That'll be fun.
Can you get off of me? Go sit down. 22.
Alright. At this point.
The school hasn't sent anything out yet. My phone's weathering people hurting.
Every noble here just basically cooperates. They're like, yeah, let's not piss off this orc.
You cut off. What happened?
These orcs, like, all these nobles are like, yeah, let's not piss off this orc, and they start answering your questions left and right. And from what you're able to gather, not many of them seem to know what's going on with the disappearances, but they have noted that a lot of these disappearances have been slaves they bought. And you get word that on the 4th of the month of New Leaf, as in the 4th day of the 6th month, which is next month, there's going to be a slave auction. And for the first time in a long time, for the first time in a while, there are going to be Lupin, Wolfera, Orc, and Tiefling slaves there.
That's not good.
So if they don't show up, then something happened. If they do, then you might be able to figure out something from the slave traders there.
And all the politicians told them this?
Yeah, a few of them were able to tell you this since they plan on going to the auction themselves.
Okay. Do any of them have their actual slaves there?
None of them were that stupid, thankfully.
Okay, alright.
Because I swear to God, if someone actually brought their slaves into an official meeting building when people actively hate them, they're just acting to get killed.
Well, wait, so they're not, so are they in the building or they not?
Oh yeah, they are in the building. They're masquerading as servants in a way, and they're sitting outside, like attendance halls and everything.
Okay. Well, alright, but then Desi's like, you can continue your meeting, sorry to bother. And they just walk out.
And you walk out, and that's when you look around and you see some of those slaves that I mentioned before.
What happened? You cut out.
Give me a second. You see some of those slaves that I mentioned before that are just sitting around waiting for their masters, and you see a black Lupin talking to them.
So they're nearby?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk to them. What they doing? They're just sitting.
As you walk over, you see the black Lupin that was talking to them seem to pause. He says something in Lupin to them, and then he proceeds to walk away.
There's the school's alert, Harry.
Oh, the school sent out an alert. That's amazing.
What was that about? Does he ask?
Nothing. Just a random person looking for directions.
Can I roll insight?
Yep, roll insight.
Something about this is suspicious. Fuck. Oh, my insight sucks ass. Okay, let's see.
I blanked. What's happened?
Desi's investigating. They are lying hard.
What?
Wait, I know that they're lying.
You know that they're lying.
Oh, okay. Okay, well. Alright, then they're like, well, besides that, do any of you know about the disappearances of your colleagues?
The other slaves? Yeah, been new. Some of them were family members. One of them seems to pipe in.
Do you know what happened? Like, the last thing they were doing before they disappeared?
One of them perks up. Well, from what I remember, some of the traders were acting weird. They were despite the fact that we were all bought and sold to go to the same place. Some of them were written off to separate sections, and when we got off the boat, they didn't.
Ah, so you guys were separated.
Yeah, they never got the chance to go to the market or go to whatever family they were sold to. They were taken somewhere else.
Did you recognize anyone that looked suspicious when they were taking them away, or
They glance at each other and then they look at the black lupin that had left earlier.
by what? Cut off.
They look in the direction of where the black lupin that was here earlier had left.
Are you saying they look like one of him?
Then they all nod.
Hmm. And are you sure you don't want to tell me what he said to you?
He was just asking about the slave auction that's coming up.
That's all?
That's all. He seemed rather angry too, and then he said, and they kind of lean in and whisper to you, "You'll be free soon enough."
Desi like blinks, like okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate your cooperativeness.
They nod. And you notice that Krim has been keeping his helmet on this entire time to make sure they don't see his face, basically, as you guys have this conversation.
Yeah, Desi's like, what's wrong?
Nothing, I just know that they don't like people like me, so I think it's good that they don't see me. And then Alex seems to walk up to all of them and hands them gold, and simply says, and then leaves. Taking Krim with him, basically.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they leave the building, but stops Krim and Alice when they're like right outside.
What's up?
Something about this doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Something weird's going on, I think.
This is giving Desi major vibes to when they were dealing with that cult.
Ooh.
And they don't like it.
Yeah. Well, we'll report in and see what else we can find. I think I've had enough of this place for a little bit, Grim says, motioning towards that. I hate it when I have to deal with stuff like this.
Okay, understood.
So, we'll contact you later, Desi, if we find anything else on our end.
Okay.
And then Krim kind of like walks off quickly, and then Alex kind of looks at him as it goes, and he looks at you and he says, "Thank you for helping us in this. I do not think that he would have been able to handle that on his own, even if I were here. He's always been, how you people say, soft-hearted."
Some of the best kind of people can be soft-hearted.
He nods, and then he says, "But the people who are soft-hearted also break the easiest." And then with that, he just leaves.
Damn. Okay.
And when you're walking away, you cut through an alleyway just as a shortcut, and then someone gets in your way, saying, "You've been digging, I see." And you are greeted by this. And it'd be cool if everyone looked at this just cuz. It's just, "You've been busy, I see."
That's not the one that was back at the assembly, right?
You don't know. The coat looks similar.
Mm.
Gar, look at the chat. Look at the chat. And then he looks. He says, "You've been digging, I see."
I have.
Check that fucker out. What the hell?
I hope that you're looking for the good reasons. He
What
says,
are good reasons in your eyes?
to give those people what they need. Freedom. And to find out who's been taking those slaves.
That's what I am doing.
Good, we are aligned then.
And what if we weren't?
And then he says, then I would hope that Desolo has the chance to convince you otherwise.
Wait, what?
Wait, did he just say Desolo?
Yes.
What about me? What did he say?
He said, I would hope that Desolo has the chance to convince you otherwise.
What does Desolo have to do with this?
And then, you notice that this one has purple gleam coming from his eyes as he gives a bit of a chuckle. His dear old dad. You know.
Enlighten me.
I don't think it's my place. It's bad enough the stupid beast has gotten him involved.
What the fuck?
Ugh.
Are you done talking, or do you want to leave?
I just wanted to make sure that you were doing these things for the right reasons. It appears that you are, which I'm completely happy about. And hopefully, if you pop up for that little auction, you can help the beast with what he needs to do.
Is he fucking calling me a beast?
No, he's not referring to Desolo. He called you by name.
Oh yeah.
Or the idiot, or the beast and his son, anyway. Anyway.
Desi's like, okay.
Anyway, I bid you good day. And then he proceeds to walk away.
This day has gotten worse. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back. Well, also, wait, where's Desolo?
Desolo? Where are you, Desolo?
How many days has passed?
It's the next day.
Okay. I think.
By the way, at this point, I just want to say this out loud. I feel like at this point, everyone has slowly transitioned to start living at Rupert's house. That way, you don't have to spend money at the tavern now.
We're at his house.
I mean, it's a nice house.
Yeah.
It's a nice motherfucking house, mate.
You forget that mansions make Desolo uncomfortable.
But it's Rupert.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, but that would just make him more uncomfortable.
And it's shut up.
Yeah.
And it's your friends there too, which makes you doubly protected.
Yeah, he feels fine, but like, yeah.
Just think of it as a large inn.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
He'd probably be. He doesn't really have a lot to do, so maybe like after some training, he'd hang out with Daniel, so he has company. Maybe like playing some like cards. No, he can't play cards. He can't hold them. He can't hold the cards.
Oof.
Play charades.
Oh my god.
Charades.
He doesn't want Daniel to get bored, and he's also like, yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the case, Dusty's not gonna tell anybody anything yet.
Shit. Oh my god.
Is that good? Alright. Sorry.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I think I was muttering something. Anyway, so Desi, are you gonna go visit Desolo and Daniel, or are you gonna wait until Desolo's done?
Well, I was thinking about telling Desolo what happened, but then Desi's like, no, they need more of a concrete
info?
thing. Yeah, before they
Huh.
tell him.
Alright. And then so what do you want to do instead before we transition to someone else?
I don't know. Dusty still wants to do more work, but I don't want to take anyone's time. But I think on the side they'll probably do some stuff related to, because there was people missing in the too, right?
Yeah, which you remember that your mentor had mentioned before he went missing too.
Okay. Damn, it's almost 10. Okay, it don't feel like it.
I know, right?
Alright. Well then, yeah, then Dusty will do some investigating related to the forest incident.
Also, an idea. Maybe considering how much money you've earned, maybe it's finally time for Desi to upgrade to plate armor.
I can get plate armor?
It's 1,500. I think you guys have earned enough at this point to where you can buy it.
What?
And, actually, no, you get 30% off. Remember, because Laduli said.
Next time I'm doing reflecting armor, so they could get.
So that
What armor does he have now, though?
Chainmail.
Reflecting armor does right.
Plate armor gives you brings you up to 18, which at this point would put you up to 21 AC, and it would only cost you 1,500 gold.
Bitch. Okay. Let me yeah, I'm gonna get some plate mail.
Alright. Well, you can subtract that from your amount, and you can switch out that chainmail in your armor section for plate now.
Stacked, boys. I'm stacked.
Hey. And with that...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. How much was the...
1,000...
the plate?
1,050.
Okay, 1,000. Okay.
And with that, I'd like to transition to Krasen.
Ooh.
So, Krasen, you are just hanging around. Saosu kind of you haven't seen Saosu and Hersa for a while. And you've been hearing about all these rumors as well, and all this stuff going on. And then something particularly perks your ear. You hear that there's been a guy who's been hanging around places where clock towers have been destroyed. He's been carrying a pocket watch with him, and he's been asking if anyone's seen anyone with a similar one, and everyone's been like, he's been weird, like erratic and stuff like that.
Big moment.
And you have no idea, and you've been hearing this, and you're like wondering, what the hell is going on? Like, what? Finally another one, but where is he?
What the hell?
Making sure that you capture my personality.
And after a while, it really bugs you. And then you pick up on this rumor that there apparently is another bit. So you heard about the Abyssal Wolf from Zoya, but then you suddenly hear that there's this new assassin that old assassin that's popping up again. That's really annoying.
Okay.
And that one scares you because this one apparently was a partner of the Abyssal Wolf, which makes you think that the wolf that attacked the Lupin that attacked you guys might be coming after you with a partner now. And it just really bothers you. And then suddenly you're just going around town just really annoyed at this, and then suddenly you feel this distortion in a way as you pause, and you feel your pocket watch going as if it's spinning erratically.
It's gun time, boys.
And you pick it up, and you open it, and then it's spinning rapidly, and then it points in a direction. And you turn, and you see 4 people walking together. You see 5. You see a hooded tiefling, a helmeted person in scale mail, a dark elf, a tall cat pharaoh, and then a half-elf wearing crimson and black robes. And that's when you notice the arrow is pointed directly at the half-elf.
Hi.
You're going to go up to him and say hi?
Yeah, but I got my gun.
In public! In public! Alright. By the way, you haven't pushed up
Oh
yet.
shit, I've been pressing the wrong button. Here we go.
And and then you notice the dark elf seems to be kind of like looking at you as his hand starts going towards his halberd, and then And then the half-orc puts his hands up and says, "Go." And then all four of them look at him, and he's like, "I'll be fine. Go." And then they leave. Basically, the dark elf and the wolf and the cat fairy are going in one direction, and the person and tiefling going in the other. Can I help you?
I'm not really good.
Good at what exactly? He says as he looks at your gun. If you're threatening, it's gonna take a lot more than that.
I'm not threatening.
And why is your gun out?
Why not?
In a public place.
It's not that public.
Uh-huh.
I'm here to watch things.
Yes. I'm assuming that has something to do with me?
I guess.
You confront it.
Something tells me you're a time anomaly.
And then he looks at your, and then he says, and then he simply just immediately, his eyes go towards your pocket watch and he says, "Well, that's not exactly true."
Well, the first time I've actually gone out and done that, so state your case.
And then he folds his hands behind his back, and then suddenly, everyone freezes around you.
That's big no.
And then he looks up at you and he says, "Why don't I press your case, Shijian Krasen?"
Oh shit, he knows my name!
Well, this isn't the first time we've met in this version of events. Well, this is the first time this version of you and I have met. Other versions were different. After all, never before have you been a kobold. Usually you were more of a, Percy cocks his head to the side, a gnoll. Though I suppose that your master, Lin Yu, was one instead, correct? Ah, so you two have swapped places. He seems to be smiling at that. That's fascinating. What else did he do? Anyway.
How'd you figure this out?
This is, like I said before, and then you seem to notice that a crystalline structure, crystalline fractures in reality behind him, as you see playbacks of different meetings of him and a gnoll with the same exact equipment as yours, but made for a gnoll. Like I said before, this isn't the first time you and I, well, this is the first time you and I have met, but this isn't the first time others of us have met.
You're telling me there are multiple crests?
There used to be. Every one of them, and then you see each and every Noel Krasen die. Each of them ends the same way.
But I ain't them.
Yes. Hopefully that's a good sign for you then.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, is that all? Bless you. He says as he starts looking around. I could do this all day, but I prefer not to. After all, he wouldn't like that. And then you feel the air grow cold, and he just says, "He wouldn't like that." As his eyes, as his complexion just starts to gray a bit, and his eyes just go from that warm brown to solid black. He wouldn't like that. Roll history.
What's my history?
Sorry, I gotta do math.
Wait, actually, no, religion. I'm sorry.
Nigga, I'm keeping the roll though.
Keep the roll. Just
That's the same fucking modifier.
what?
26.
Damn. All right. He kind of thinks about it for a moment, and you think about it for a moment, and you realize that there have been theories of 4 primordial beings. One of them is Amanor, your guy. Another one they call the goddess of creation away. There's something related to space, but there's one guy that you know of that the Yanti worship to hell and back. They call him the Great. Some people call him the Great Serpent. Others call him the Great Destroyer. Others simply call him the Destroyer. He is. They basically they consider him the end of all things.
Okay.
And then he proceeds, and then his complexion goes back, his eyes go back to normal as he takes a deep breath. And then time starts again as usual. Not a fan of that.
You okay?
I am fine. Simply that
Not lupus?
we are fine. It's just that I'm not used to that.
Alright!
Anyway, I am not a time anomaly in a way. A version of me was, but that's been dealt with.
So you're the crazy guy and by clock towers.
Oh no, that's not me. That's one of your order.
You know where he went.
I'd check your own clock tower. The one at Hersa, anyway. Or what's left of it. He then walks past you and he simply says, he just walks past you and he says this time, hopefully this time your journey doesn't end in failure.
That won't.
Well, I do have faith in you. After all, we have to make sure this time goes right. And then he simply keeps walking.
What a nice guy.
Oh, I must say, and then he pauses and goes back. I must say, by the way, your artsmanship, he refers to your gun. Quite stunning. Then he leaves.
What?
He says your artsmanship, and he refers to your gun. Quite stunning, and then he leaves.
Oh, he recognized my gun craftsmanship. That's so wholesome. Oh,
I loved that. Oh my god.
And then you head to the Hersa clock tower, or basically the remnants of it, and head to the basement. And you know how it was an empty bookshelf before? All the books are back, for one. And two, there's a note left on a table.
I'm gonna read the note.
A cycle. A beginning with no ends, an end with no beginning. It starts somewhere, but no one knows when it starts or when it will finally stop. None except the Watchers of Time, and even we are powerless to stop it. How can we stop it when in every version of events we were taken away before we could ever do a thing? Why do I remember these events? Why do I still know what's coming? And why does no one else? Why is it every time he shows up, everyone's gone? Why is it always that Krassen's the last one around? If anyone finds this letter, please, if a Carhogan Force finds this letter, please, find me. Let me know I'm not the last one.
Do I have a rating utensil?
Yes, you do have your calligrapher's tools.
I'm gonna write. You're not. Longbottom's house. Winky face.
You do that and you leave the paper there?
Yeah, big bit.
Alright.
I put in parentheses laughing at Long.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Stupid.
So with that, Oh my god. Anyway, with that, we're going to swerve away from your point, Krassen. Leave you with this stunning revelation. And then we're going to go back to Zoya, because thankfully one of your party members finally mentioned out of nowhere. Oh yeah, we met this guy named Queso who was looking for
Mention what?
They mentioned that the you guys. So Krassen and Desi, you guys met a person who ran a gladiator team before, back when you were first in the city. You finally remember that and mentioned him to Zoya. His name was Queso.
Queso?
I know.
Like the
That's
cheese?
As in
No,
cheese?
no, it's spelled like that, and I don't know how to say it, so I'm saying it how it's spelled. Piss off! Anyway, Zoya hears this and immediately starts bolting. Fuck all of you! Starts bolting towards the Coliseum like, finally I have a job!
You,
That's
wait,
what.
you know some of those like parkour scenes out of like Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, and like some of those parkour videos?
Oh
That's
my
basically
god.
Zoe right now.
Oh my.
Blockage in the way, jumping along the wall straight over it, sliding under carts, whatever she wants.
Zoya, back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
So Zoya basically bolts into the underground area where gladiators train, and she just bells out, "Where's Queso?"
Where's the cheese?
and a human and a like a Mediterranean olive skinned human kind of peeks his head out of a room and says, that's me?
Quick question:
Yeah?
is he like?
He's in a different room he's in a side room in the gladiator training room. He just peeks his head and he's like, yes? Yes, can I help you?
Local license or national license, please.
Oh, you're looking to be a gladiator.
I'm looking to get back in.
Oh, yeah. What was your title? What was your title, by the way?
Raging Wolf, I think it was.
Oh, wait a minute. Gives you a look as he opens the door all the way. Wait, the Raging Wolf! Oh yeah, I caught your shows back in Novgorod. You were decent.
God damn.
Just written across her face is, I'm contemplating whether she's contemplating whether or not to kick the door and just throw him into
It's
the room
open all
for
the way at this point. Okay, if you're looking for a job, I have another gladiator that needs a partner for the coming up tournament.
Okay, what's his name?
His name's
Or her name?
His name Esco.
You see this green man come out. Okay, I'll post this picture. Oh.
Everyone on the recording has been seeing this man's face at this point.
Wait. I can't hear it. Like, do it again.
Hold up. Do I need to post it instead? Because I haven't.
No. It looks like
Oh,
this.
he handsome.
And he comes out and he's stashing away a little flask into his coat. Man, he's like, what's going on? What's going on? Huh?
Eskel, this is what was your title again?
Zoya Gaza.
Zoya Graza. She's looking to join the gladiator circuit again, and you need a partner, so meet your new partner. In fact, and they pulls out one of his writs and hands it to you, and in the writ it says, "This writ hereby states that whoever holds this letter has the ability to participate in any national or international gladiator event, no matter where they may be."
So, I'm fighting with you?
Perry?
He's getting a picture right now of Zoya. You know what? Let me do it. I already have it.
Okay.
Now imagine she's about 7'6".
Yes.
So bigger than you, I think.
Yes, I am tall for like tall compared to a human, but like I'm average height right now.
Mary. Zoe looks at you. She takes the writ and says thank you. What's your style?
Well, personally, I'm a uh, hmm, let's see. I can make you fight for me.
Please don't tell me mind control. Good.
I'm very good at convincing people.
You're a bard.
No. You see, I was a leader of a small group of elfish warriors. So I have some skill getting people to fight.
Okay, so you're a soldier.
I'm not from around here. So, well, I used to be a soldier. But I kind of got, after, wars, wars and nasty, kind of left the military after that. All the mages getting burned didn't help.
What war did you fight in?
The fifth, what was it? Sorry, my memory is not the greatest.
The Fifth Southern War! Casey can just shout out of his door, "God damn, man, your memory is shit!"
Look, he quickly grabs his flask again, takes a shot of it, and puts it back.
Shit!
Keeps cutting out. What the hell just happened?
Zoe will turn away politely and just say, "Dear fucking God!"
So, why are you here?
I'm here to fight and get some prize money. There's an auction coming up.
Oh, slaves a thing here?
Sadly.
Not used to that. Oh, anyway, nice to meet your acquaintance. Make your acquaintance. Sorry, must have taken a little bit too much alcohol.
This man.
Zoe. You see her, she thinks, well, if you want free booze, so you can cope with life, I got 5 gallons of ale back where I live.
I'm interested.
Alright. I have no problem paying for your drinks for a little bit, if you want to go and talk someplace.
Okay, let's go do that. Hey, Queso, how much time until the fight exactly?
It's tomorrow, you idiot!
Oh yes, the thing I've been preparing for like the past how long has it been?
2 weeks!
Oh yes. Anyway, I have to go out drinking with somebody I just met.
Oh my god. You die? I swear to God, you better not reincarnate or else I will find your reincarnation and I will kick your ass!
Yes, we've been through this before. I always show up on well, close to on time at least, right?
Oh my god, get him out of here! Get him out of here before I kill him myself!
I'll make sure it's here on time tomorrow. Exactly when do we need to appear?
Noon. By the way, bring your friends to come watch, even if you get your ass handed to you.
I will.
Cool.
So, lead the way.
I will.
He has been smiling this entire time, except for.
Okay.
He's been smiling some. You probably heard it through his mic.
Zoe would just simply slap her shoulder and say, You're all right.
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, as we're walking out, she'll say, "Well, the whole smiling thing, like you didn't even break a grimace."
Why would I? I'm about to get money.
True. Well, I hope. I can't remember if there's a consultation prize or not at these events. Something tells me more booze money for you, correct?
What? I have money. Sure, I have money.
Okay.
I need more of it. You see, it's an interesting thing. So I'm from Shinovar. You know?
So
And I'm trying to go and do something. But I need a lot of money. Now, I went with gambling to try to make money, and that kind of ended up not going so well for me.
how many taverns are you thrown out of?
Too many to count at this point. But I've incurred some ridiculous amounts of debt in Shinohar, so now I'm kind of just not fleeing from my debt. I'm looking for somebody in particular.
How many bookies are chasing after you?
Too many to count.
And how many bounty hunters are there sending after you?
Just two, I think. Maybe more. I haven't met any more of them. I paid 2 of them off.
You know that's only going to buy you like 3 months, right?
Which is why I'm planning on leaving the country before then.
Zoe just doesn't know what to make of this. Yes, I did. And she's not she's not gonna hide this, but as Zoya and Eskel walk, Zoya like shifts her checkbook into her opposite pocket and into a more secure place.
Eskel just keeps on going on with how happy he is. He's going to be going into this gladiator battle, saying, "I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I used to lead troops in battle, but hopefully you'll be good at this."
Yes, I should be.
Hopefully.
It's been like a few months since I've last been in the arena, officially speaking, but I can handle myself.
Oh, don't worry. I can also hold my own, but I'm better with people. You see. You'll see what happens. Yes.
Okay. So you're not a bard, correct?
No. Never touched an instrument in my life. I have a dreadful singing voice.
I play a banjo.
Oh,
You see a banjo strapped to her back alongside a musket and a great axe.
those are some fancy weapons you have there. Don't exactly know the name of that.
Which one, the musket or the great axe?
Oh no, the other.
Oh, the banjo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I found along the road one day. I'm trying to play it. Since.
Sounds interesting. Music isn't really my thing.
One time I ran out of a tavern for playing so bad.
I may or may not have a similar experience with getting too drunk and starting to sing.
Wasn't it on a holiday night by chance?
Maybe. Sorry, my memory isn't the greatest.
Maybe you should lay off the bottle a little bit.
Hey, I've just been living life since I got out of the military.
Pension pretty good over in Shinovar?
Hopefully.
Real quick, there's no military pension, is there?
How would you know? You're not from Shinovar.
Okay. Your pension is was out of the military has been impounded for your debts, correct?
Yes. So were most of my weapons. I still have some. And my armor.
Your armor got impounded?
Oh, I want to bet with another person to see who could, what was it? Run up the wall the quickest. And I got their armor instead.
By chance, were you like playing cards with a human by the name of Lando Calrissian by chance?
You see, that's another thing. I'm not that great with names. I mean, I've already forgotten yours. But maybe, maybe not.
Starts with a Z.
Zema?
Z-O.
Zol!
Please don't. Anyway.
What's your plans after the gladiator fight? Clearly trying to change the subject a little bit.
I'm actually looking for, I guess you could say work. I guess you could say place to earn more reliable money. I mean, how exactly like risking my life and limb for cash? But I'm very happy to do so if I can have a reliable income behind it. So maybe join up with a group of adventurers. I'm not sure. Something like that. Normally those things aren't that dangerous.
Zoya. At this point, we're in the bar. We're at the tavern. She just covers her mouth and just like.
Before you walk in, he puts his hood up and conceals his face.
Okay, thank you. And speaking of which, I'm a part of an adventuring group.
Oh.
We recently got back from an adventure. We managed to. We managed to take down a dragon per se.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He's still been smiling this whole time. Anybody get hurt?
That's the Daniel one. You shouldn't have done that.
You see her. She flinches a little bit, and she like breaks a chunk off the bar. Most of us got out unscathed. She grinds her teeth a little bit, and you think you hear a tooth break off in her mouth.
Moving on. This is obviously a touchy subject with you. Probably a lover or something, I'm guessing.
Place your bets on this guy being able to make it out of this fucking session alive at this goddamn point. Jesus Christ. Anyway, alright.
Someone I can consider family, let's just leave it at that.
So,
my apologies.
Okay, so you guys spend a little
just
while.
Drink your beer.
You guys spend a little while drinking. This happening repeatedly, and the rest of the party kind of gets the word that Zoya is going to be in a gladiator circuit, and back. Her first game is tomorrow. Any of y'all feel like going?
I'm gonna hang out at Long Bottom State.
You might want to say that.
I'm gonna hang out at the Long Bottom Estate.
Where is that?
It's Rupert's house.
I'm here to see some long bottoms, boy.
Oh my god.
But
yeah, so basically, Zoya's having a gladiator match over at the Great Coliseum.
You haven't been talking the
last 5 seconds.
Zoya's gonna have a match over at the Coliseum. which is this giant coliseum that everyone can see across Hersa, really.
Okay.
Basically, she invited you guys.
That is so nice. I'm going.
So much.
At this point, Eskel also says, "Do you have somewhere to sleep? I got kind of kicked out of my room."
Oh my god.
I got it. I got a couch or two you can ride on.
Oh, thank you. It's much better than the ground outside.
Tessie's like, did you bring in a homeless person?
Oh my god.
Everyone cut out. I don't know what's
Sorry.
happening.
My
No,
brother is
I was.
being so loud. I'm very sorry.
You're good.
Sorry,
No, we were letting Carr know what you said. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't look homeless. He looks like he's got pretty good clothes and he's got armor and everything. It's just that I don't think he has that much money per se.
Wait. Did he say who he is or no? He just walked in like, hey guys.
Oh, Zoya brought Esco in with her. Did you introduce yourself, Esco? Please tell me you introduce yourself to the people that you'll be sleeping in the same building as.
I walked in. I found the nearest, small, like concealed area, and I just sat down.
Wolf girl, who is this?
Zoya will she's kind of staying close to the door a little bit. Like she wants to go back out a little bit. She just says, meet my gladiator partner.
At this point, he stands explosively and starts waving violently.
This is Eskel.
Hi!
He is fighting with you, I'm assuming.
At this point, he grabs his flask again, which he filled up at the bar, and takes a swig of it.
Yes. And also he might be a potential a fellow adventurer, depending on how things go.
I see.
And Zoya just smiles at Desi, like, I'm sorry if I brought something upon this group that I can't undo.
Who are all of you? Because there's quite a few people here who I don't know.
All right. Well, I am Desi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, they try to shake your hand, but they're like, no, never. No offense.
No, none taken. Plenty of people decide not to shake my hand. Some of them try to cut it off.
Unrelated, but how old are you?
I am 437 years old.
That's
okay.
That's an impressive amount of years. Oh my god, my brother's so loud. My name is Desalo Carshire. And yeah, he puts out his hand.
He's so.
So,
Desalo.
nice to meet you.
At the same time, Saosu comes in very late at night. By the way, at this point, it is currently the 18th of the 18th of the month of flowers. You have not seen Saosu for 11 days at this point.
What the fuck?
Oh shit! Really?
And she comes in like shedding off her leather armor, like, oh fucking god. And she's like cleaning something out of her hair as she's coming in, and then she sees all of you, and she sees you guys. She's the new guy, and she's like, "What? I'm replaced already? Damn!" Go for 11 fucking
Who
days.
are you? My name is Escol Zephyr.
He. Okay, out of character, you might want to tone down that.
I will.
At
I realized I was talking too
At the
loud.
same time, she waves. She looks at the rest of you guys, and then she says, "You guys have fun with this," and then she immediately heads upstairs.
And the silence just gets worse and worse.
She is like moody teenager.
She
Not
is.
Not a teenager.
I don't know the way you're acting.
And then she proceeds to throw a bag of coins downstairs and says, "For services rendered."
Is that money?
And
I'm just
it
gonna
was
preemptively grab it before he does.
By the way, there's like
that money.
There's 100 platinum in this bag.
What?
There's 100 platinum. There's 100 platinum in this bag, by the way.
But for
Zoe-
what?
This isn't the same money that she got from Laduli, by the way. You
That
know,
was her own money.
it seems like it.
Okay.
The funny thing is, though, it's in a bunch of different other pouches. One of them being blood-soaked. Probably best not to question it.
Okay.
Sasu, who's this money for? She
You
shouts.
guys, I hear you're in a gladiator match. Put all the money on you. Put all the money on the other team. And put it under, and then she says a random name. Put it under that guy's name.
Thank you for the moral support.
Oh no, I know you're gonna win. This is to make their life horrible.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Zoya will toss at the long bottom. The long bottom. You're instantly toss a bag of like 1,000 platinum coins. Bet this on the opposing team. Make their life fucking hell for us.
You want me to bet on the other team?
The money that they gave you, you put on the other team. Your own money, you can put on their team.
Why am I betting for the other team?
Because Saosu wants that money to go to the other team.
Listen to the tiefling woman.
I'll listen to the tiefling woman.
Do not question the bloodstains. Actually, you might want to get rid of that bag if it's bloodstained.
It's fine.
Leave it!
Here, let me. Other bag.
You hear Saosu say, "Scream, leave it."
Don't other bag.
But also, show Eskel the wine cellar you have,
I need to show him the wine cellar.
so he can stay away from it.
Wine cellar? Oh, that's no fun.
You got a match tomorrow. Last thing we needed to use hungover.
So I shouldn't tell him about the dwarven ale down there.
Oh,
Keep it under lock and key.
No, Mrs.
Alright.
No, Mrs.
So I've got to lock myself in the wine cellar.
If it comes to that, yes.
But I don't want to lock myself in the wine cellar.
That is your call.
Fine, I'll just go lock the door.
And with that, because I think there's been enough chaoticness, it becomes the 19th of the month of flowers. And it is not, and as a result,
What does that mean? We partying all night?
Hold up.
What?
Nope. Okay, I'm just playing. As a result, it's time for the day of the tournament comes. I hope you guys are listening to the music because it's really gonna fit what you guys are going through.
When we what?
oh my god, is this the...
I hope you guys like the music because this is what's gonna be playing while they're fighting.
Cool.
So if you guys will all please go to Roll20, please.
Everybody going to roll 20?
I mean, if you want to watch the fight firsthand, I put everyone who's not in the fight in the audience.
Okay, I'm here.
Yep.
Harry, you're fucking funny picture.
Is everyone able to see the Colosseum map?
Yes.
Yes.
Still loading in.
All right. And as a result, let me switch over there.
Yes. I see you're up against 4 people. I used to be an adventurer like you. I had to parrot. Wait, why am I that close to the front? I should be in the back making bets.
You can make bets. You think the guys up front in the back are making bets?
True. 1,000 platinum on the other team.
Someone immediately takes that and says, "Yeah." Zoya just kind of like looks back at the person who's saying "yeah," and you're just like, "Bitch." By the way, this is split evenly, like to the point where the side that Zoya's on is all people cheering on her and Eskel. Other side is all people cheering on the other team.
And I'm just in the middle of betting 1,000 on I sneak my way over to the other side.
Oh my god. Okay. So, Desi, how are you feeling about this whole affair as you're in this crowded coliseum of people?
It's annoying. Too much noise, but I'm here to support Wolf Girl and Homeless Guy.
He bows to the members of the group.
There's so many of this same woman.
Oh no, it's a commoner token. I just pasted that's the way it would look authentic. Piss off. Anyway. Look, that's the token for commoner. Get off my back.
Get on his back. Hey Zoya, everybody up here is the same person.
Stop. Anyway, Zoya, what's going on?
Zoya's just a little bit quiet about this whole thing. Before the fight, she spent some time and just gotten as much war paint on her as possible. She doesn't look exactly the same, but she certainly looks very different.
Oh, I bet. Eskel, you and Zoya are standing on what appears to be this elevator-like system. As you guys are standing there, and like you guys are sitting in an elevator-like system below the Coliseum. And Queso comes up to both of you and says, "Okay." Queso says, "Okay, you guys ready for this?"
I hope.
She's just quiet and just thumbs up.
All right, you guys got this. You're going up against a team of berserkers that like to get mad, like to get angry. Guess what though? It ain't gonna save them from your asses. Am I right?
Yeah! And he goes up for a high five to Queso.
Put your hand down, Eskel.
Zoya's pink eyes are slowly turning like a blood red. Not just the iris, but also her eyes themselves.
Wait, why? Oh my god. Oh, it's because it's not set as your token yet. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Anyway, so you're saying that... So your eyes are turning blood red at this point?
And she starts baring her teeth and canines a little bit more.
All right, let's do this. I'll see.
And
you guys are the Woven Fae. Got it? All right. Send them up. And for everyone else, you guys start seeing platforms rising out of the ground, and the crowd just getting louder. It is starting to grate on your ears a bit, Desi, but you're powering through it like the badass you are. And then you see, I hope you guys are ready for an amazing match. On one side we have the Woven Fae, and you hear your half of the crowd kind of cheer. And then you see a few guys, standing in the front of the row, kind of looking at Eskel. And Eskel, you notice him, is like, oh, those are your debt collectors. Some of them, anyway.
Oh.
And they put up a sign that says, "We bet on you."
He waves it up and gives them 2 thumbs up.
And on the other team, we have the Berserker Brothers! And you see this group of four human barbarians just come out of the ground. They all just roar! And the other team kind of cheers too. And even a little bit of your side does too. This will be a good, clean fight, I hope. Whoever downs the rest of the group first wins! On your mark! Get ready! Roll initiative!
Roll initiative.
Who?
I'm not done yet. How do you want me to announce the initiative?
You can roll on it in person. I'm keeping track of it.
Okay, I got 20.
Alright. Okay, 20.
You want to roll for you? Sure.
He has advantage.
20.
Nat or unnatural? What's your dex mod?
It's a 27 total.
Oh my god! Jesus! Okay, Zoya's going first.
Barry, that's why you told me advantage first, because I'll roll shit on the first.
Because I remember that you got the ability to roll with advantage on initiative. So you rolled a 20, you said?
Yeah.
Eskel?
Natural.
Nope.
Yes, I did.
Was yours a natural or unnatural?
Unnatural.
Okay.
15 plus 5 is 20.
Okay. So that means both of you are going first, damn.
Real quick, I want to run to the restroom real quick before we actually start.
Okay. And with that, we're going to take a... Gosh. That's a 21, okay.
Warning, it probably smells nice.
I used to be an adventurer on the field.
So, Desi, did you bet any money on Zoya?
Okay, now I'm gonna actually bet my
On Zoya winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did you bet?
Dusty's modest, so they only did 100.
Alright.
13 platinum on.
You hear Rupert yell from the wayside, threatening platinum, and you're just kind of looking at him like, what's Desi thinking?
Their eyes. Roll their eyes.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Please note, I still have another 10 platinum invested in some random company.
What the fuck?
Did Krasen put 10 platinum on Zoya too? Okay.
Yeah, we're running the tables.
Oh my god.
The fuck?
So you see that
I'm over here being modest.
We're the new announcing group.
apparently Rupert and Krasen appear to be running the betting ring currently.
It's like 10 platinum. No, Rupert's 13 platinum.
That was Rupert that said 13. 13.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
At this point, Eskel is just like turning around to the crowd, and like anybody he might have ran into at a tavern at any point in his life, he's waving to them and giving them 2 thumbs.
It's your host, Maximum!
We ain't doing that because I'm not having my Coliseum nuked. Anyway. So,
Sorry, I'm back.
starting off, we have Zoya going first. Okay.
I rage.
Do it.
But here's the thing: this isn't like one of her regular rages. It's one of the loudest rages that she can muster.
You bellow out, and it's like there should be a shockwave to go with your raging roar when you.
He's going to
But it would drown out in the actual shout itself. But she's saying Daniel.
Oh,
Daniel.
damn!
Daniel.
That is some sweet ass shit.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the dying.
And then she's gonna pull her great axe and charge forward. 40 foot. You
just see Zoya just heaving with rage, with as her eyes are just blood red as it now becomes Berserker 2's turn. Berserker 2 is gonna look at you, is gonna scoff, and then he's gonna let out a roar of his own, but there's no name. There's just a mighty roar! And it doesn't match yours, but it's enough to get his side of the crowd going. And he just, let's go! And he's going to run directly at you. And then he's going to take a swing at you with his great axe. That's an 18 hit.
Yes, it does.
Alright.
Yes.
Actually, no, he had advantage on at the start of his turn. Oh wait, he had advantage on that. Okay. Yep. Still again. 23. So yeah. So he went reckless attack on your ass and hit you, and you took. Where's my D12s at? I'm actually drawing a blank at this point. Where are my D12s? There they are. There's one. There's two. Okay. Okay. He deals... Wow, that was shit. Okay. He deals 13 slashing damage to you. Halved 7. No, half 6. So Zoya takes 6 damage.
Okay. I can eat it over to you from where I am.
She just lets out a grunt and then screams directly into his face.
And with that, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you got some fire in you! I'm gonna take it out of you!" And then he's gonna take a swing at you again.
Bring it!
Wow, I'm guessing a 12 doesn't hit.
No, it does
Yeah,
not.
he rolled a 7 and he rolled a 2 and a 7. So yeah, he missed. With that, it is now Eskel's turn.
So Eskel, at the beginning of his turn, is going to take out his longbow,
Mm-hmm.
say a short prayer to whatever accuracy god there is in the Saladrin, and gonna. Let's see, what is the actual range of this? Because
I think it's
150.
Yeah, 150 over 300.
Yeah.
All right.
Could I tell distance in this somehow? I've never used it before. Okay. I'm going to let loose an arrow at the dude all the way at the right. Okay. Let me bring up my sheet again. That is a natural 2. That's a 10 hit. At this point, he's going to knock another arrow, say "fuck it," and shoot him again. That was cocked. No, it wasn't. It was just up against the wall. Does a 19 hit? Okay, that's 1d8. Okay, that is 11 piercing damage to him. Okay. And then he's going to move. You see when I draw one of these things, right? He's going to move as close as he can. Yeah. I don't know how. Oh God, Perry, your character profile is in the way. Hold on, I have to track it down. How do I do this? So, stay here. Okay, and then he shouts out to Zoya, try to get back to me. Oh, he's not? Oh, okay. Okay. I can't use that as a bonus action yet, or at all. Never mind. I don't have a bonus action thing.
All right.
I passed her.
All right. With that, it is now Berserker 1's turn. Berserker 1 is going to come in. Wait, hold on. He's going to rush in at Zoya. 13. That's an 8, so that's a no. I think he's going to reckless attack this one. There you go, 22. You take Snake Eyes. You take 5. So you take 2 slashing damage. This guy's rolls ain't going good. And with that,
Zoya yells into his face,
they were
screaming weakling at him.
Yeah. And with that, Berserker 4 is going to start moving down too. Berserker 3 is going to do the same. But instead, they're going to take out javelins and they're going to throw them at Eskel.
Okay.
So first one, that misses with a 9. That 17.
18 AC.
So that misses. That's a 7. That's an unnatural 20. So that one does hit.
Yes, it does.
You take 7 piercing damage.
Okay. I'm at 97. Oh no, I'm sub 100. I can be power word killed.
Mm-hmm. And with that, we're back up to the top of the round with Zoya's turn. We're back up to the top of the round with Zoya's turn. Keep in mind, you were also within his range now.
You can choose to get a -5 penalty to your attack roll for an extra 2d6 damage.
A reckless attack, aren't you? Actually, well,
Technically,
Berserker 2 and Berserker 1 you already have advantage on since they went reckless attack.
bring it.
Okay, that's just an innate thing you can do now.
But do you want to say this somehow, like being like, "Hey Zoya," or whatever?
Hey Zoya! Really swing it on them!
Okay. She performs her first attack. I'll take my attack action, and we'll go from there. First attack on the one north of me does a unnatural 20 hit. And you said there's an additional 2d6 innately, correct?
If you choose to take a -5 penalty.
I went ahead and decided it.
And then yes, you do an extra 2d6 damage.
1d6 or 1d12 plus Holy Rage, which is 1d6. 1d6 from the axe. Then there are 2d6 from his ability. Okay, so okay, 20, 28 points of damage total. And then she's gonna make another attack on him.
When you deal the big strike, he says, "Good girl" to you.
She doesn't say anything. Unnatural 20 again.
Not his.
Oh.
You're not depressed.
Okay. Another 29 points of damage total. On the guy I hit already. I'm assuming we're pulling our attacks for this. Okay. I'm good.
It's Berserker 2's turn. He's gonna take a swing at Zoya again. He rolled a nat 1. Swing, miss. You get an attack of opportunity on him.
You can do the -5 thing here.
With everything? Oh, jeez. Even with the advantage from Reckless still? Oh, jeez. So, -5.
It's about to be bad.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Plus?
No, an 8.
Plus.
Total.
You miss.
He is lucky.
You miss. He's gonna take another swing this time. Ah! That's a 15. Doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
No, her attack of opportunity, she swung bad, but it was so bad that
She bring up your buckler shield to block his great axe, and with that, it's Berserker 1. Actually, no, it's Eskel's turn.
Okay, so at this point,
As you see that Zoya
he's
is
just gonna-
holding this great axe up with her buckler shield.
It's like stab him in the chest or something. Please, take your reaction to attack him.
she just lets you hear Aletta just let out a blood curdling scream and takes her great axe and just like the top spike above the head, jam it straight into his chest.
The handle?
Yeah, like the
Okay,
there's
I'm making sure you're doing this non-lethally.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Oh my god.
Okay, how does a 13 sound?
Right on the dot. Don't even bother rolling, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna roll high anyway, aren't you?
I say there's a pretty high guarantee, but
Roll.
that's to say
You have to roll higher than a 10.
Oh no, he did.
Okay.
What I bought.
14 plus 9 plus 2.
Yeah, so you take the handle of your great axe, so you push his great axe off your buckler shield. You turn the
You're cutting out.
Okay.
Really.
You turn the great axe on its head, so you can grab the handle. You take a swing with the handle at his head, and you knock him clear the fuck out.
At this point, Eskel, still with his longbow, is going to.
So you guys see, just real quick, you guys see Zoya just knock this one berserker the fuck out. Like, it gives Krasen a headache when he sees that.
He's going to take 10 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Move there. Notch an arrow and shoot the second farthest from the middle berserker.
Berserker. Okay. So the one that's not near Zoya, but the one on the other side.
Yes.
Right. Roll to hit.
Nat 20.
Okay. Roll double damage. No, times it by 2. So you're gonna roll your damage die, and what you get plus what you get damage, you times that by 2.
Okay, so total damage times 2. 22 damage.
Ah! Just see him get a fucking arrow just notch. He gets an arrow to match his friend's shoulder.
Zoya will say, were you gonna say something?
And with that, he's just gonna say, I guess saying fuck it worked. Anyway, next turn, you gotta deal with the person next to you.
Oh, real quickly. Zoya will look between this guy and the other guy with the arrow on his shoulder. Twinsies!
No, it's the 2 on the other side, not the one next to you.
Oh, twinsies!
They all are brothers. And with that, it is now Berserker 1's turn.
Wait, I didn't finish using my movement.
Oh, what are you gonna use your movement for it?
1, 2, 3. I use 15 feet of my movement to start flanking this dude.
Okay. With that, he's gonna notice. He's going to, knowing that he's already basically screwed, he's gonna reckless attack. He's gonna take a swing at Eskel first. That's an 18. So an 18.
Okay, that hits.
You take. Ooh. Oh god. Oh god. You take 21 points of slashing damage.
He's gonna wince heavily, but then say, I've seen better!
That's. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. And then he's gonna take a swing at Zoya this time. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Oh my god.
That's a 19. See if you can roll any higher. Yeah. Make that a 24. So yeah.
Regardless, both hit.
Yeah. You take 15 plus 3. You take 9 points of slashing damage already halved. So how much damage are you taking?
I'm down to 119 now.
Okay. I got it. Alright. And with that,
I'm down to 76.
I saw. Alright, and with that, it is now Berserker 4's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's gonna move up behind you, now flanking you, which I think counteracts your flank on the Barbarian 1. So yeah.
It's just a normal attack at this point.
Yeah. So he's gonna reckless attack because he rolled a 9. That's a 13. He misses. Second attack. That's a 13. That's a 23. There we go. And you take 6, 12. You take 15. 7 points of slashing damage. Get the one in the back! He's the one giving the orders!
Fuck you, bud!
And Berserker 3 is going to come by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to chuck a javelin at you with reckless attack. So that's an 11. That's a 10. Both that one misses. That's a 10 again. Oh, there you go. Unnatural 20. Okay, there we go. Actually, that was stopped. And whatever. That's 8. That's 8 piercing damage. As a javelin just.
Ouch, but still, that's not giving me all you got.
Back up to the top of the round with Zoya.
Zoya looks between the two berserkers next to her.
The one on your right is weaker than the one on your left.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Zoya will attack the one on her right first.
Roll to hit. He did reckless attack you, so.
And a natural 20 again.
That hits. Roll damage. One of these days you're going to get a nat 20, and it's going to be just game over for whoever you hit. What did he get?
10, 17, 26, plus 12.
Naughty but plus.
He is barely standing at this point. He's still chugging, but he seems worse off than the last guy you hit.
You add plus 5. Add my charisma modifier.
He's still up. He is still up.
Before she takes her second attack, Zoya just looks at the berserker like, "I'll give you a chance to walk away right now."
He shakes his head. He yells in your face like you yelled in his face and his.
I'm sorry, it was plus 4.
You're fine. He's still alive.
11 to hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay, with that.
That's basically my turn.
Mm-hmm. So Berserker 2 is dead, so he doesn't matter. It is now Eskel's turn.
Okay, so do I still get flanking advantage on the one in the middle between us?
No, because the barbarian to the right.
Okay, so the flanking Zoya. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna drop longbow, pull out rapier,
Go into this
and instead of like stabbing him, just smack him on the back of the head with it.
Roll to hit.
That would be, hold on. That would be a 23.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay, that is 9 damage.
Alright. Stupid elf.
It's a ladron, thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Gonna hit him again?
No.
Gonna make Zoya hit again?
Zoya! Smack the dude behind you!
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
The one that's nearly downed.
Yes.
Oh god. Go ahead.
Has an 18 sound.
He's down. Again, this time you hit him right between the legs and just wham! He was like, ah!
Quick question.
Yeah?
Can I, with the swing, pick him up and basically throw him across the arena?
You do exactly that, and everyone's just like, ah!
And with whatever remaining time I have, I my debt collectors like just smiling. Which I haven't dropped the smile at all this whole battle.
Oh my gosh.
Zoya, like, when you look at her, she just... Her skin is turned like blood red as the heat's come to her surface, and she just looks like a feral animal.
Okay, I passed my turn.
Okay, with that, it is now tricked on Berserker 4, so it's Berserker 1's turn. Seeing where he's at, he's gonna move. He's gonna move towards Zoya.
Okay, I get attack of opportunity with advantage to the rapier.
Yep. Good.
Okay, I have to pull up the distance. I'm using Elven Accuracy to reroll one of those die. How's 23 sound?
You hit. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm rolling damage. This one sounds good. That is 8. And this time I do just poke him with it.
Ah! So there's a growl at you, but then he's gonna attack Zoya with Reckless Attack. That doesn't hit. So roll again. That one does hit. That doesn't, so he's going to roll that. That doesn't either. Okay, so you take 6 slashing damage.
I'm only at 106 right now.
I know. Alright, and then Berserker 3's turn. He's going to move around, and he's going to flank Zoya, so that way he doesn't have to go Berserk. Not 20, so that one deals double. That's a 19. That's a 21. Okay, so first one deals double damage. So 17, that's 20. 20. You take 29 points of damage. That face of, oh wait, they actually hit pretty hard.
You got this.
29. The first one you negated their double, the second one they got 9. They would have had 40 otherwise.
Yeah, he just burns 3 of his words saying, "You got this."
She hisses.
Noted. And then, now we're back up to Zoya's turn. You were flanked.
Zoya will look between the two, and she wants to hit one, but do an undercut, pick him up, and slam him against the one behind
Roll
him.
a hit, then strength check.
Did they both
Nope.
reckless?
Top one, reckless attacked.
I'll hit the top one. Since I'm not doing his... Well, wait a minute.
You're still within 10 feet of him.
Okay. Then, 22?
That hits. So, pick him up and roll a strength check. Roll athletics, actually.
$13.
That works. So, you pick him up. Now, roll to hit again. But this time for the last guy. No advantage on him. Would you...
Is it with my full or mine?
Is it full? Wait a minute. No. It's not. 7.
You miss him, but you slam his friend into the ground. So roll your damage and add 2d6 environmental.
And apply a 4 because of my charisma.
Oh, this guy's not gonna have a good time.
Literally too angry today.
That's 12. 17. 9. Yeah, 28. Then plus your 4.
32.
32. Plus 6.
So 38.
Yeah.
He's still up though. Ow, that hurt, but he's prone. Because you slammed him into the ground. And it is now Eskel's turn. You have a guy right next to you who's prone. Well, you have
That would shoot up all my attacks, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, that only costs 1. Actually, no. I will say that you sacrifice your other attack to be able to pick him up and hit the other guy with him. So Eskel is now your turn.
Okay, let me see. Oh God. I am going to spend one of my uses of battlefield commands to give her advantage on her next ability check, attack roll, saving throw. This is a D6 to roll with whatever you also get to add it.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm saying, swing on the dude that's still standing. I got the one on the ground, okay?
And you're gonna hit him?
And then I'm gonna
roll
go
to hit with
him.
advantage.
Strong. That was cocked. Also strong. And then I'm gonna use this to re-roll the lower one.
Okay.
Not as good. Okay. I got a 16 plus 8. So 24 to hit.
You hit! Motherfucker, that's not as good. You fucking hit!
It was a 15. I wanted to try with an actual 20.
You hit! Roll damage. You have a +5. I swear to God.
Oh, that's only 6.
He's still... he's still laying there on the ground awake.
And then I'm
gonna use my second attack on him.
Roll the hit. Please, for the love of God. Roll the fucking...
Natural 19.
He's down.
Okay.
You have a +5. He is down. As you bonk him on the head, leaving only one guy, Berserker 3. And seeing that his friend's down, he's just going to let out a roar. This time he seems to go into an ultra rage as he takes a swing at you. Zoya. So that's a 22, giving him double the amount of attacks that he had before, so now he has 4 attacks. So that's 22.
Bring it, bitch!
6 does a 16 hit. On the dot?
No, 16 does not hit.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay, so he gets to reroll that one. That one misses. Third attack, that's an unnatural 20, so that hits. His 4th attack, that's a 22, so that's it. And he adds an extra 2d6.
16 actually hits.
So all 4 of them hit.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, so... Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! So that's 20... 25, 29, 29 divided by 2, that's... You take 14 damage on the first one. 3, 9, 11, 14. You take 7 on the second one. 11, 12, 15. You take 7 on the third one. And then finally... 11, 17, 19. You take 9 on the fourth one. How you looking?
Yeah, they're just lost to the Titans. Who beat the Patriots?
Down to 40.
It is now Zoya's turn.
You have a +6, plus a D6 on your hit with this.
Plus a D6?
Yes.
He reckless me, didn't he?
He ultra reckless you.
Okay. How does a 17 sound?
That hits, roll damage, and double it. He's down. I bet he's down.
Actually, I want to calculate this out.
Oh my god.
So
I'm leaving it up. I'm just thinking that he's probably down at this point. If not,
10, 4, 24 plus 9 plus 4.
29, 20, 38, plus 4, 42. He's down. That's 84 points of damage. He had 56 health. How do you want to do this?
Taking her great axe, she just straight bonks him on the head to like he's knocked down to 1 hit point, and then she reaches up with her her hand and just flicks his nose and pushes him over.
He's knocked to the ground, completely knocked out. The Wolfey have won! And you just hear a cheer from the crowd. You see a lot of people getting pissed off, like, ah!
I win.
At this point, Neskull is just walking around the outside of the ring with his arms up.
So he's still.
What? Okay, there's someone else outside.
And then, so you guys win and everything. Now, get ready for our next round as we have the Lycan Hunter take on, I forgot the fucking name, whatever the name's is. It doesn't matter, he's gonna win anyway. As you guys are escorted out of the ring. And Queso meets you guys at the edge and he's like, you guys won! How? I don't know, but you guys won!
Meanwhile, in the stands. Oh, we're getting rich.
Zoya is still amped up on the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So he just looks at Queso.
Here's your gold! He gives each of you 100 gold each.
Only 100?
How much you guys bet?
10 platinum, 15 platinum.
Oh my fucking god, you guys bet on... Keep in mind, you are kind of low tier. And you're new.
1 to 2 odds?
2 odds. And over big boy.
So Zoya looks at him.
And over them shinies.
She knows she got paid, she just doesn't know what to do, like.
Might want to go visit your friends now. What'd you guys bet?
15 platinum, 10 platinum.
You get double what you bet. You get what you bet, and then plus an additional of the same thing, basically. Jesus.
Shekel squad.
Oh my god. Desi, you made 60 gold off this.
Yeah, so not 20 platinum.
60 gold.
But, guys, before we leave this off, though, you guys get to watch the next match.
What's the fight?
You see... Hold up. Let me get the right music for this.
Oh, fuck.
What's,
I have.
what's his name? What's his name? From Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Banjo player.
I don't think you are either.
Is the accordion player? That's fuck. Hold on.
Cass's theme.
Cass, yeah, Cass.
Good, because what happens is that you guys start hearing everyone in the crowd starts cheering for this one person, and you just start hearing, and out of nowhere, you guys start hearing just one name get chanted. Come on.
What is it?
Hold up. You guys hear Arvo! 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 And you see this Eric, his name's Arvo. And you see this Aarakocra Blunter come flying out from below the stands as he flies up to the rest of the crowd and he gives a Ka! And just lands on one of these new stands that are out there as he just gives a bow to the crowd.
Our rivalry will not be shattered, guys.
And everyone just keeps chanting Arvo over and over again as he just gives a wave to the crowd.
What are the odds of him losing?
0. No one even bothers betting.
I'll put 1 copper on the other team.
Zoe goes out to the betting booth and puts down 250 gold on Arvo. Even though there's she's gonna get nothing out of it, might as well.
So basically, two of these knights come out of the ground as well, and you hear a few cheers, but not as many as for Arvo. And Arvo lands on the ground as he rips out a long sword from what it looks like, and he points it at them and he says, and he gives a quick bow as if to honor them, and they bow back, and it's like, are you ready? And fight! And what follows is probably one of the most spectacular fights you've ever seen, as Arvo is just dancing between the both of them, just using one long sword, and they're both coming at him with great swords, as he dances between their blades with ease. And you even see him kick up dirt in their faces before he proceeds to knock them into each other and out the way. And then it gets to the point to where people keep chanting, and then you hear them say, "Bring out the wolf!" And then you suddenly see him sigh, and then you see him grow bigger as fur consumes him, and he turns into a wolf bird-like figure and lets out a mighty howl. And that reveals that he's a lichen blood hunter, as he begins to look at them and growls, and then you just see utter decimation as he grabs both of them and just starts dragging them throughout the ring while flying. And then he flies into the air, throwing them up into the air and giving this brilliant dance for a moment, for taking them both and chucking them back at the ground, and boom! They are both knocked out as he lands and simply just bows. And he simply says, "Farouk!" And then the entire crowd just cheers.
That's crazy.
And the fight's over. And that's when you realize it took 5 minutes for him to beat them.
5 minutes.
Farouk. What does that mean?
So, Orko?
And then you see it, and then it's like, yeah! Wasn't that an amazing fight, folks? Next, get ready, because at some point it's gonna be the war. Because I was hold on, what? Hold on, what? What? Folks, we're gonna have to pause the competition for now. And then you hear someone shout in the crowd, "There's been a murder!" And people just start streaming out of the Coliseum at this point. And you see and you guys are heading out, and you guys see Dragon Knight. You see Arvo, who appears to be talking to this other Aarakocra-like folk, from what it looks like. Or at least that's what you think they are. We don't know for sure. And he seems to be giving them a hug, and this teen Lupin that seems to be following them around as they. Yeah, this team Lupin that seems to be following them around as the three of them head out. And you see Dragon Knights coming up. And that's when it's found out that the Gladiator that you guys are supposed to fight, it's supposed to be a 2-on-1 fight. You two versus the Gladiator. You guys are supposed to fight him. He was found dead in the Gladiator training zone with a dagger in his back.
Oh, that's an interesting way to go.
Oh, nice.
And they're talking to each other, and they say that the way he was killed is the signature of only one assassin, the Blade of Zuri. And that means that they're in Hersa. And then you hear something else that says, and then we found another guy, and then we found the body of a noble in this other place, and he had the trademarks of the Abyssal Wolf. Both of them are in the city.
Well, shit.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
Oh my fucking god.
Do I get my gold?
Save that for next session.
What does that Teen Lupin look like?
Next session we're going to be going over the rest of you guys' 2 weeks before the inevitable slave auction that's coming up. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time on the Empire of Dragons.